All right, we are live tonight. Sorry about that. We had a few technical difficulties to work out, but we are now here. How's everybody doing tonight?
Fantastic. That was a cute countdown.
Yeah. I got scared. I'm over here like, where'd they go?
All right, we are here tonight to answer some questions. Try and get some people some understanding on this box truck thing. So I guess we'll go for an introduction first, just in case anybody doesn't know who we are. We're waiting for one more to come in. Christy, she's having some technical difficulties too. But I am WJ's World. Been in the box truck world for about 6-7 months now. You know, still getting my feet wet and learning every day. Trying to make $1 million. That's my goal.
Trying to make $1 million.
Who's next?
We're checking out the box, guys. We, same as, WJ, we've been in the box truck industry for probably 8, going on 9 months now. And, we're still learning new things every day as well.
Big Vic.
Hey, Big Vic TV here. I'm about 9 months in box truck business, and it's been rather fantastic. The goal is unlimited money. The goal is to build multiple income streams. This just happens to be one of many other streams that's being built right now. So
Definitely.
Entrepreneur, producer, all that good stuff.
Yeah. Most of us are multifaceted. This is just the one thing that's really getting it in right now.
That's right.
She's still trying to get out. I don't know what's going on.
And I'm copying the link and I'm about to post it on my feed too, WJ.
Okay.
So while they all
You
coming in,
know what she might have to do?
what's up?
She might have to just go to the channel, I'm thinking, and then click on
it's actually in the link too on the channel.
Right.
You put the cover there on that on the link, right?
Yeah, it's pinned to the top. The link is pinned to the top.
Okay, perfect. I just put it. I said we live now.
Yeah, everybody in the chat.
I'm gonna send it out. Well, it's on my channel, but I'm gonna send it out again on the story.
Yeah, I copied the link and it's showing right there, so they can just click on it. And
Yeah, anybody in the chat that wants to come in and ask their questions, it's in the chat. So since Walter was first, you want to come in, Walter? Say something in the chat if you are ready to come in. Oh, there you go.
Walter, come on down.
I know y'all's are back in some of the other Midwestern, Eastern states. I was kind of curious if you've heard anything. I know trucking out the box. I've heard you had somebody over here in California. I'm up in Northern California.
Okay.
Just because you have a hub over here next to you, if that means any difference. But I'm just kind of curious, how can I go about checking out and seeing how the market is in this area? You all have talked about, you got to have a good strategic area to kind of be around all the loads.
Well,
is there any way of finding that out?
Well, I'll let you know right now. California, in my opinion, I've been into a lot of states doing OTR, and I've never seen as many loads as I see coming out of California. I've never seen that many anywhere. I usually get on the board about 5 a.m. and it doesn't matter. Well, first off, LA to me is the absolute, probably has the most shippers I've ever seen, the most loads I've ever seen. But honestly, it's all the way at the very, very top of California, all the way to the bottom. I get on there at 5 a.m. Even if I do poster truck and it starts to get about 2-3 p.m., I'm getting calls. I usually book within 20 minutes with LA if I got a driver coming out of LA. But if for some reason I accidentally left my truck on there for poster truck, I'm getting calls for $4 or $5 a mile.
Oh, that's pretty good. Because I'm right in between San Francisco and Sacramento, so I know I'm in a couple. I'm not in LA. LA is about maybe 5-6 hours for me to get down to.
Yeah, I'm familiar with Sacramento, Sanford, especially the Bay Area. I've been all up and down California for years, so I
Yeah.
definitely know about it.
Hmm.
As far as trucking, as far as the industry goes, trucking wise, like I said, LA is the absolute best. But I mean, as far as are you gonna have an MC or just a DOT local?
No, I'm thinking about an MC because I could probably go up to Reno, Tahoe, up that way, or somewhere in there.
Right. Or even if you just went up and down, even if you just went
Yeah,
California, Portland, Washington. One thing about Portland, I don't know. Again, it seems like when I watch, some other people channels, I hear reviews about Portland and Washington. They say don't go there because you get stuck. I've never had an issue with Portland and Washington. One thing I like about Portland and Washington is they have a lot of local work. Plus, they have an amazing Amazon market up there. But I like their local work because you can go 100 miles
yeah,
and get $400-$500 for, and you can do 2 loads in one day in Portland and Washington. That's what I like about that area. So if I was you, I'd just go. If you're trying to stay regional, I'd just go up and down.
yeah. That's kind of what I was looking at. And this all was. I drive a motorhome, so I drove one all the way back to Georgia,
Mm.
and I love the drive. So I'm
Yeah,
thinking, why not get paid to go drive and see the country? So
That's
wherever I
right.
right.
need to go.
Just be careful. Be careful when you're talking about northern Nevada, and you got Idaho right there. Then you got Utah. Be careful going into them areas. But when you're talking about California, Washington, Oregon, Vegas, and Arizona, I mean, you're not about to have no issue. I definitely stay out of New Mexico. Texas
Yeah,
ain't the greatest, but I ain't never had nobody stuck. But if you just go up and down, you'll be all right.
good to hear. Good to hear. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Any other questions, Walter?
Well, I had one other. WJ, I since your last meeting, since you all got back on live,
Yeah.
y'all scared me to death on that Amazon door, going to the Amazon door thing. I often thought, well, maybe I get started with this. I'll call up Christy and see if I can go up there and take a run with her at Amazon just to understand how the doors work. Man, I'll
Oh
tell
yeah.
you,
Yeah, they can be tricky and unforgiving when it comes to if you mess up. That it's a little bit ridiculous with them. But
yeah.
yeah,
Well, thanks for that. All right, I appreciate it. Thank you.
no problem. No problem.
We live, you guys, on WJ's World. Where you at? Make sure you go to WJ World's channel and come into the live. Get all your questions answered. See you there.
Advertising.
Let's go. What's going on?
What's
What's
up? What's
up,
up?
y'all?
What's going on?
Man, I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened, but that was crazy. I was sending WJ pictures left and right. I was in the live. He couldn't
Right.
see me.
Mm.
I was in here.
Yeah, I don't know what
So
was going
I
on.
don't know what happened. But I'm here, y'all.
What's good? What's good?
Let me put this out there.
So,
Live.
Courtney, as far as them loads coming out of California, and I guess it's due to all them ships sitting out there. That
Yeah,
means a
but
lot of money should
we've
be coming
been
this
seeing
way.
this all. We've
Yeah,
been seeing
even
this since
before that.
April.
Yeah, when we first hopped in the game, we our first load started out in Cali. So
Yeah.
Cali mainly is Southern California. Like Northern is cool and stuff. Like if you in Northern California, like Courtney said, it'd be mainly like you have loads going to Washington and Oregon and all that. But Southern California, like LA, maybe a little bit of San Diego too. You'll see a whole bunch of, I don't know, maybe just because California is a huge state. So, there's always multiple loads coming out, and a lot of them are long hauls.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. We got
Of
another.
course, you got to be careful for them double brokers out there. That's where we had that
Yeah.
issue at too. But I mean, a lot of times, I mean, it's great. They're taking you to a great area. I mean, we got 6,500 one time to go from. How many miles was that? 2,200. It was like 2,200 just to go to
So
where do you go? Indianapolis, Indiana. Yeah, Indianapolis, Indiana.
Yeah.
I mean, we've always had great, great success dealing with LA or just Southern California. Period.
Are
I
the
have a
call?
question.
Go ahead.
A lot of people say, don't go to California because of all the regulations and stuff like that. What's that about?
It's the same thing as Oregon and Kentucky. So, have you ever seen like a semi and they got KYU permits and stuff like that.
Right.
Right. So I watched. I don't know if you guys watch them, but when I was first getting started, I used to watch. What's that dude's name? McGill, David McGill.
Yeah.
I used to watch David
Yeah.
McGill a lot. Yeah, yeah. So I used to watch David McGill a lot, and he was talking about he's semi, but I mean, it's basically all the same stuff. So
Got
I remember David McGill talking about those KYU permits, those Oregon, and the CA permits and stuff like that. Those are just if you about to be in, if you just based out of California and you're staying in California, you need one of them. Now, when you're passing through, you're not going to have any issues, so you can go in and out.
Gotcha.
You call it. Can you hear me?
Oh, I can't hear nothing.
Yeah, I can hear you, WJ. I don't know who you added in.
Yes, you got a question? You got the sports playing. Somebody was. Hello? Okay, we'll go to the next person. Any other? Somebody else got some questions going on?
Okay, we starting to get deep in here, too.
I know a lot of people are starting off in the box truck world. It can be a scary one, and it's definitely a fight. You got to get on them load boards and really get busy to get these guys to accommodate what the same thing that'll fit inside a trailer to go inside your box as if it doesn't fit or something. It's crazy. I run into that a lot.
Yeah, I'll be trying to make it work. What's your clearance at the door?
96 inches or 91 inches.
Good. Ours is only 91.
I think it's 91.
Okay, yeah, ours is 91 in that budget truck, but somebody else was asking me, about the load boards, and it's so crazy because from April to about just a couple months ago, we booked 99.9% of our loads off of truck stop.
Going on, babe?
Semi loads at that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Somebody said, oh, I'm sorry.
What was they saying?
I thought I was talking to my husband. I thought I was on mute.
Oh, okay.
You said the game's still going?
You on mute now, just let you know.
As far as like you bringing up the load boards, I mean, it's crazy because, from April to just, a few months ago, I booked 99.9% of our loads off of truck stop. And if y'all know anything about truck stop, in my opinion, y'all can tell me how y'all feel. But I feel like truck stop is for semis. That is not for box trucks.
Yeah.
So when I'm getting on truck stop, I mean, I get real frustrated now, but I used to. But this is what I can say. Y'all can tell me this too. Truck stop, since they think it's for a semi and they're mainly booking it for a semi, we always got over $2. I mean, that was never an issue to money. They just, and then they used to always think like, okay, well, if you about to cram it in a, because I'll ask them the dimensions. And sometimes I act like I got a semi all the way to the end. But, I'll ask them the dimensions, and if it fit, I'm cramming it in there. So, and I'll always get more than $2 a mile on truck stop. But
do you tell them you're a box truck, or you just go by the dimensions?
You said what?
Do you tell them that you're a box truck, or do you just go by the dimensions?
Maybe like in the middle.
Yeah, and like in the middle, because in the beginning of the conversation, again, this is on truck stop. DAT is different because you could just type in straight box. They know you're calling for a box truck. On truck stop, I be feeling like I gotta finesse a little bit harder because if you call on truck stop and if you say box truck, they'll just hang up on you. But if you call and you like, oh, okay, well, okay, 14 feet, okay, and it's only, 6,000 pounds, and it's this wide up. And so I'm dragging, so I can put something else on there, knowing I can't put nothing else on there. But I'm like, so I can put something else on there too if I need. Okay, what's the clearance getting in? 87? Oh, that's perfect. Okay, well, I got it. And I'll just start talking. I'll start fast talking. I'll tell them I got a semi and a box truck in the area. So I'll be like, I got a semi and a box truck. I wonder if it can fit on my box truck. And they'll say, yeah, I think it'll fit. I'll be like, yeah, let me call my driver. I'll get a call right back. So I'll put them on hold for 1 second, click like the brokers do us, put us on fantasy holds. So I'll put his ass on a fantasy hold, click back over, and I'll be like, yeah, he's ready, he's empty now. Let's go. He'll send me the load for $3 a mile, and I'll be like, okay, cool.
But doing it like that though used to take us longer. Like we'll have to call multiple people before we can get a load. But now, just on DAT using a box truck thing, we could book in under an hour, depending on like what
Right.
area they in.
Very,
That's
very
the
true.
only load board that I have used, and I've used DAT. I used Truck Stop, but I didn't use the Pro, and I think that's where I messed up with Truck Stop. I use 123 load
So,
board.
so
And
you use the Pro for DHE?
no, I use the middleman. They have a the low man, the middleman, and the Pro, and I use the middleman, and I didn't have a problem at all with DAT. There were plenty of box truck loads, right?
So how much do you pay for DAT? 170?
65
No.
$65 a month, but they got one for 149. And if I go back to DAT, I'm gonna get the 149.
So now
Okay,
I
so
use the one. Mine's like 115, something like that.
I use $39. So I'm trying like a lot of people.
Yeah, I use the
Yeah, a lot of people.
$39 too.
A lot of people that call me, they think, and I'm the type of person that think like that too. I'm thinking, hey, if I'm spending more money, it gotta be giving me something that different I can use. But me personally, can y'all tell me what event? Because I looked it up once I got my Mac, and because we're about to start dispatch. So once I got my Mac, I thought about because one day I had all my drivers empty, and I'm like, damn, she's out of town dealing with family, so I had to come to my office and book all 5 people by myself.
I'm about to
So
bring
I
you
was
in,
thinking
Terry.
that if I paid more for DAT, I could be able to pull it up on multiple computers, and I could
Hmm.
sit in here and just book everybody. But I did some research, and that's not true. So I was like, besides auto refresh, and I mean
15-day
maybe
average.
lanes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
15-day average.
okay, but with the 15-day average, I mean, you're gonna negotiate anyway, though, right?
true.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. But for people that don't know nothing about
Yeah,
how much money was paid out running certain lanes for the last 15 days, they have no clue what to charge sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
true.
So,
Oh, okay.
but that 15-day average, they like to tell the brokers like to tell you, well, well, that number's for 53 footers. That's what
Right,
they like to
Right.
Right,
tell you. But
right.
you got to try to get as close to that number as possible because that number is usually pretty high.
right.
You ready, Terry? How you doing, sir?
You guys, I'm ready. Hello, everyone.
How you
What's
doing?
Hey,
going on, Mr. Terry?
Can't say enough. I'm California boy here.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Heard you guys talking about it. I got to just say, all of you are my inspiration. I think I started
Appreciate it.
looking at box truck couple. I think Christina, I emailed you about a week or so ago about the Amazon. One of the Amazon videos that you had made was asking questions about that. But nevertheless, you guys are wonderful. Thanks a lot. Warren, even you. I just
Thank
bought a 26, I think we talked a couple of live streams ago, 26-foot box truck Ford F750.
you. Yeah. Okay.
Um, Love it. It's a bit bumpy. Had to put some
Yeah.
shocks on it. But it gets the job done. And I just want to say, you guys, thank you, thank you. As opposed with California, you can still run in California if your business is based out of California. That's when all the laws come in. The emissions laws and so forth. And which when I started this journey, I didn't realize it was so much involved. And I'm a state worker. I work for the DMV on leave right now. So when I started doing my research, I didn't realize we had so many freaking emission laws
Yeah.
that you couldn't buy. The same truck, if I would have got a 2011, it probably would have cost me about 25, 30,000. But because of the DEF system, it cost me another 50,000 or about $50,000
Ooh,
because
wow.
they do not allow you to run anything pre, I think it's 2011 in the state of California.
Wow.
Then we have to have a number in permits if you're based out of California to run. So you not only you need your DOT, your MC, but you need a CA number. On top of that, you got, which is free, but on top of that, you got to pay another $500 for your permit to run within California. So right now, I can run out of state, but because they're processing my CA number, and I've had my MC and DOT number since February. I had my CA number, but because I overlooked that process, I have to wait another couple of weeks before I can get it. So California is a unique state, but The money is here. I'm based out of Long Beach, 10
Oh
minutes from
yeah,
the
yeah.
port.
That's where we be staying. We stay at that Marriott right there.
Oh, right off the
That's all
710.
our drivers right there.
Right off the 710. I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah,
Yeah, we like
yeah.
Long Beach. What was we in Long Beach when we went to that
No,
rock and
I
brew?
don't.
Was that Long Beach?
That's
That was
that
Buena
either
Park.
Long Beach or Cerritos.
Park.
Oh, okay.
That was Buena
Oh
Park.
yeah, we be in look, we be in Long Beach, Buena Park, El Segundo. We all through
Oh
the
well, yeah,
LA
yeah,
area.
you right up in my alley, right?
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So
And then
it's
I'll
a
be having
unique
to let my
state.
drivers know. I'll be telling them, I say, look, now I know I got y'all starting off at the Marriott, but when y'all on that road, it's Motel 6, Motel 8, and
Whatever is convenient in that area.
right, whatever is convenient in that area. I said, don't get too excited, you know what I'm saying? But when y'all going there, it's just to get to bed and get back rolling. So
That's
they be
it.
like, okay.
But the money is here in California. I don't care where you're going. You're gonna make some money, and you're gonna make some big time money. But you got to know the area that you're going to. Up and down, going up to 5 to Washington, Seattle, up and down. You're gonna make some money going up and down, even to Sacramento within California. Amazon is a little bit different. But again, you just have to do your research. And I tell everybody, know your numbers before you get started. I was able to get my MC and DOT number and just let it sit and marinate, because I know I've been in the industry for about 15 years, but I've been out of the industry for about 9, 10 years. I got my dream job working for the state and discovered it wasn't a dream job, job from hell. But you can make some money definitely, and I tell everybody, know your number before you get started. Just know what you have to put up with. But you guys have been an inspiration, and I really appreciate you guys for all you've done and continue doing. It's not all glamorous, but it pays off. I mean,
Absolutely.
I didn't join. I didn't get this business to be rich, but I did. But at the same time, it's the independence to be home, have the choice to go over the road for 2 weeks or a week ahead of time, come back home and be home and do some local stuff, and be able to do that. So if I can make money and be happy and be home most of the time, then I'm good. I'm all good. So you guys, thanks a lot, and I appreciate it.
You're welcome,
Absolutely.
man.
You're
I'm
welcome.
glad you're doing good.
Yes, sir.
And I'm just looking, continue those videos going. But Warren, really quick, did you do the brakes on your 750 yourself?
Yes, I did.
How was that? Because I got to do mine. I'm trying to save. That's why I bought a Ford.
Well, my truck came from Alabama, so some of the parts are extremely rusted.
Well, yeah, I got mine's from Colorado.
The Milwaukee, the heavy impact, I had to use that, and I literally had to beat the socket onto the bolts to get them out, because if I would have tried by hand, I never would have got it. So you got to get some heavy duty tools. If you got them, I mean, it's not that hard to do. It really isn't.
Okay.
And
Well,
they actually, when you take especially for the front and the rear too, when you take them off, they're all the same brakes. So when you take them off, you actually don't have to take the caliper off. They come out the top. So you take a pin out and it comes out the top. It's actually extremely simple.
okay, that's what I want to know, because I'm trying to save as much money. I just put new shocks on it, and I had a pain in the butt trying to get those bolts off. They was rusted on because the truck.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
You gotta get a power tool. Like, are you using hand tools?
No. I have an impact.
Okay. Yeah, you got to get an impact. I use an impact, man. I use impact to take out the stereo if I need to.
I'm like that too. And I've gotten in a couple trouble doing when I was rebuilding motors, taking stuff off with an impact.
Okay.
And
Yeah, if you're mechanical, man, there's nothing different really. Just bigger parts. That's it.
Well, you guys keep the videos coming. Again, I think if I shouldn't be saying this, but I got to say, if my favorite is the box cup truck couple. I love that. You guys remind me of my wife, husband and wife. Going in there wanting to talk about business.
Oh yeah.
Thank you.
and so keep it up, you guys. I really appreciate to see. I mean, this is a multi-billion-dollar industry, and I was in it for a long time, and I got out of it because I thought I wanted, something different. But I'm back in it because of the independence and being able to make the money and be home for the family, as much as I can, and I really appreciate it. And you guys are not fluffing the numbers, and you're telling the story. I mean, like trucking out of the box, how your first video, how you put the deaf diesel. What was it? The definite diesel.
I put the D's on the death.
We all been there, you know. So even with that video, I'm thinking, you know, I can't do this. I can't make this mistake.
Right.
So
You're gonna be
thank
paying
you. I
$100
appreciate
to
it.
suck. You do that.
I appreciate
You
you,
made
man.
money, you got away with it, so that was a good thing. So I appreciate you guys, and you guys be blessed and stay safe out there.
Absolutely.
you
Same
too.
to you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
What's going on, everybody?
How you doing, Walt?
What's up, Walt? What's up, Walt?
Looking at the ball. That was J World.
How you doing, man?
Yeah, man. It's your world, man. I ain't gonna say that to my little partner. I ain't gonna say that to my little partner down there on the low, big.
What's
What's going on,
What's
bro?
up, Walt? What's up with you?
Everybody doing okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Vic, when you left, Walter said, if that joker had been on the couch, he would have went to sleep.
I really didn't think about it though, man. You know, I was just so excited, man. I really didn't even think about it. I was like, man, you get you some rest, huh?
Yeah, I was good. I was good.
We got another guest about to come up. You ready, Andre? Oh, he's getting ready.
I know, right?
He's getting ready. Hold on. There's definitely some opportunities out here if people are willing to take them, you know, and YouTube tends to make things a little glamorous.
Yeah.
You know, you look at these guys making a ton of money and it's like, well, you know, I can do that, but hey, there's some work that goes into it if you're ready for the work.
Yeah, and a lot of sacrifice too, though.
Yeah.
I feel like what we've been dealing with drivers is, you know, in the beginning especially, you know, we thinking everybody going. But that kind of, I'm glad that we dealt with what we dealt with in the beginning, because that really changed how we hire people now too. Because if you're not starting your own company or hire your own company, I mean, we're not even reaching out to you. If you're not involved in our mentorship, and I know you're serious about getting involved in your company, then you're not about to be a part of our driver program anyway. But in the beginning, when we was just looking on Indeed or just reaching out to friends and family and stuff like that, I mean, we were thinking that these people that just want to check, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like if you coming off Indeed or something like that, you probably just want the money. You're not worried about trying to start your own company. But we felt like the people that just wanted to check, they weren't, you know, willing to. We thinking that they're gonna do like we did, you know, make the sacrifice we did when it came to eating everything. You know, we wasn't out there. I had a driver one time. I called him. I'm like, "What you doing?" He told me like he at the steakhouse, and I'm thinking in my head like, "Yeah, I'm paying you, but I'm not really paying you enough to be at steakhouses and stuff." So I'm knowing you about to be calling me in a few days talking about it's not making sense. But it's like, look what you doing. You just driving. You ain't really got your own company to be doing. We wasn't doing that. We talk about all the time how when we was on that road, we was eating $6 IHOP breakfasts. You know, the little bundle where you get the pancakes, sausage, bacon, and eggs. You know, we doing stuff like that in the morning and at night, and you know, making different sacrifices. And I felt like in the beginning, you know, we was expecting that, and that was unfair to them and to us to expect something like that. We just don't now.
Right.
Yeah, the employees. That's the.
Yeah. That's why now we don't got employees. Yeah, we got people joining our program. That's it.
How you doing, Andre?
I'm good. How you all doing?
All right.
Man, I'm excited. I got my sister on the phone. My sister, she watching, her and her husband watching, and we getting ready to try to start box, you know, doing a box truck thing. And he has a semi, you know, he drives a semi, but she wants to start a company, and I want to help her out getting out here on this road. And to make a long story short, we're trying to start, like, you know, for the Christmas break.
Okay.
Because what I'm gonna do, she's in Missouri, I'm in Illinois and Chicago, and I'm gonna be trying to rent a box truck out here to get started. And they debating if they're gonna buy a semi or they're gonna get a box truck. But we just trying to get some ideas. What you think, you know, how we should get this started and everything, because I know the fastest, because we want to do it as fast as possible, but I know the fastest way is to get up under somebody else's authority. Because like I said, we want to be able to get out here, you know, for the Christmas rush and everything. So what you think the best way for us to go?
So somebody already has a semi?
No, he knows how to drive. He got a CDL. He knows, you know, my brother-in-law know how to, he drives for a company already.
You got the capital to get a semi though?
I don't know. He would have to, I don't know that.
Well, he just,
I'm sorry.
You can start off renting a semi.
Okay.
Well, WJ, where can you? Because we trying to rent a semi, but I don't know where we get. They told us we was too young to. Our company was too young to
True.
rent. Ryder told us we was too young to rent. You gotta be 2 years
Oh.
to rent.
Oh
Well,
yeah. Well,
okay. So
no, we're not there.
if he is going under somebody else's authority to rent that semi or a lease program, you might have to do a lease program with another company. If you're not, you're kind of behind the eight ball with getting your authority and starting up and everything before this
Right.
season ends. So
Right, because it's going to take you 21 days. You can go under somebody else's authority to get rolling.
Hmm.
However, I'm a strong believer in having your own.
yeah,
So
Right.
definitely.
We
have
want to get. We want to eventually get to that. I was just saying, get it now while we so we can get this Christmas rush. I guess that's
yeah,
the only way we'll be able to get into it.
I'll say get in a box truck. If you can, it's
Yeah.
scarce and it's hard, but you can try to find a rental somewhere. Like
Hmm.
it's hard.
Yeah, I'm talking. We talking to Penske now.
Yeah,
No, no,
right.
no, no,
But
but
no.
he trying to get. He mean as far as do he get his own authority or do he go under somebody else?
I
And it's
would get
going to
my
take
own.
yeah,
21 days to get your authority. So
Right.
Oh yeah,
so
yeah,
if you go
yeah.
apply for your authority, it'll be around the 16th before it goes. If you apply tomorrow, it takes 21 days before your authority is active. Okay, so
business days.
it's right
Here's the thing
21
too.
business days. So it's crunch time for your own authority, and
Here's
this
the thing
probably
too.
something you might have wanted to do last month.
Don't
Right.
rush to get into it.
Right,
Okay.
This field is not going anywhere. It's not going
Okay.
anywhere. I don't care what they say, how they try and classify the box trucks. They're not going anywhere because a tractor trailer can't fit everywhere.
Yeah.
They're not. So plan your steps accordingly to make sure you don't fail. So don't rush into it and try and hurry just to catch this season when there's another season that's about to come up. And
Right.
then all year stuff is going to be moving all year.
Yeah,
So
I have a new video addressing that exact same thing tomorrow morning.
great minds think alike.
Okay.
But
Be doing videos fresh
for
out
the
my head.
people that keep talking about, don't get a box truck, go this direction and go that direction. Oh, I got the perfect video for them
Yeah,
tomorrow. That thing just kept eating at me. So I said, you know what? I got something for
yeah.
I
What
think
time is
it
that
be
gonna be up?
them. It's be
hey,
probably eight in the morning, just bright and early. Eight in the
All
morning,
I
right.
I'm
think
gonna drop it.
it be them older gentlemen that drove them semis for a long time and they just ain't respecting the box truck game.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah,
And because this year it got flooded because one of the guys that I do a run for he's had several box trucks since 2016. He's been doing Amazon runs since they came to our area, and because the box trucks have been flooded with new people. These I don't I don't think it's the shippers. I believe it's these brokers that don't want to tell us that these loads can fit. And
Yeah,
then when you force them to call or you can go around them and actually talk to the actual shipper, they're like, of course it can fit. We don't care what it comes in. We
Right.
want it shipped.
Move. Yeah, they want to move.
We want it moved. We don't care how it gets there. So if it's less than 26 feet and it's less than 10,000 pounds,
Right.
less
Hmm.
than 10 feet wide, and it fits in your truck, take it to the spot that we needed to go to. It's
right.
these brokers that are saying, oh, we don't think, I've heard it several times. You get more no's than you get yeses. They'll say, we don't think they want a box truck. What does that matter? Does it fit? Because
but
when I
I
get
have
there,
pulled WJ. I have booked loads and pulled up and got denied and had to get a towing. Have any of y'all ever had to get a towing?
yeah,
Truck order not unloaded. I done dealt with that.
Well,
So
I
sometimes
didn't.
that really do be the case. You pull up and the shipper, and the shipper just, hey, we don't load box trucks. I done
yeah,
dealt with that.
Well,
Or
see,
they
Right.
done,
it
I done
wasn't.
backed in and they didn't even try to get it in and they just look. I don't know. Like I said, I mean, it'd be a lot of box truck hate that we deal with.
Yeah, see,
But the
I pulled up and well, I had booked the load, pulled up because of the weight. The weight was only about, I want to say 3,500 pounds. And I pulled up. I backed in. I got very comfortable. The load was paying excellent. But then when she came outside and she pointed to what was going on in that box truck, yeah, it was for a 53 footer. There was no way that was getting on the box truck.
Right.
yeah, yeah,
And I
yeah,
politely
yeah.
bowed out. I said, All right, y'all taught me a lesson today.
Yeah. That's see, we dealt with that a lot dealing with truck stop because we'll call, but they'll tell us that over the phone. We'll call and we'll see 3,500 pounds like you did, and we'll think
Yeah.
it's going, but they'll be like, listen, man, this is 38 feet long, and we're like,
Right.
oh, okay,
Yeah.
obviously we can't get
I
it.
get that a lot through Sage Robinson. I'll see 4,000 pounds, and I'm like, well, and I asked them directly, where are the partial loads? Because you're saying it's 40 pallets, that's not a partial even for a tractor trailer. But I got it under the category of partial, and it's only 4,000 pounds. So I'm like, I mean, can I
Or
stack it?
have you
What can
ever
I do?
called somebody and they say it's listen, a partial, if it's picking up Friday and it has to be delivered Monday, that's not a partial either. It has to be full dedicated pay. So
Yeah.
I'll be on the phone telling brokers this all the time. Like, if you talking about it's a partial, but it gotta be delivered on a certain day by a certain time, bro, that's not partial pay no more. That's dedicated pay.
Yeah. That's where they try and get you.
But Andre, to answer your question as far as getting in the game,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, if I agree with WJ, don't rush it. If you want to get
Okay.
your authority, you can apply for your authority tomorrow. As long as you have everything you need, it'll be active in 21 days. Will it be ready for Black Friday? No, but should be
Right.
ready before Christmas. Okay, probably around the 15th or the 16th, and you can get in some of that peak action until the end of the month, and that'll give you a good idea and a good start as far as what it's going to look like being in this box truck every day. I've never encouraged other people to go under somebody else. I believe in
Mm-hmm.
having my own. And
Yeah.
so I'm always going to tell you to get your own authority. But don't rush. I wouldn't rush
Okay.
and get up under somebody else just because you're trying to make Black Friday or whatever. Get
Right.
your own authority, but go ahead and do the steps now if that's what you want to do.
Okay.
That's my advice.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yep.
Yeah,
It ain't
thank you
going
guys
to.
very much. I
You're welcome.
appreciate it. We've been watching you guys, and man, I appreciate because I watch all you guys, and I enjoy all your videos, and I'm glad that you guys are doing this. Especially good to see my people starting their own and having their own. Man, it's a blessing. And Walt, man, keep me laughing, man. You be having me busting up, bro. But that singing thing, money, 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 money,
Hey,
money.
everybody gave some advice. I'm gonna give you some advice too, man. Just keep at it, man. Just whatever you want to do, you stay at it, and you can make it, man.
That's right.
Okay,
Yeah.
my sister just texted me to.
Don't let nobody hold you back, bro. You just keep on doing what you want to do, and you'll make it.
Yeah, hold on a second. My sister just texted me about steps. What steps you talking about? I'm trying to figure out what she mean.
If you go to our channel, in the description box of every video are all the steps. How to get your LLC, how to get your EIN, how to get your authority.
The
Just look
whole
in the
nine.
description box of any of my videos. All of the steps are there.
Okay.
All right. And if you have any questions after that, there's a link. You can click on it and set up a consultation.
Yep.
Okay. Oh yeah, she said she has a DOT and a LLC. So okay, she said okay. Okay, thank y'all very much.
Thank
All
you.
right.
Appreciate it. God bless you all. Yeah, you too. Thank you.
Bye. All righty.
Trucking out the box. How long y'all been at this thing, man?
Since April, I think our authority went active late March. So what, 7-8 months?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 7-8 months. Then at the end of this year, we just had our last driving. We did our we hired I think 3 people at the same time, but we had let somebody go, and then we hired a team. So my boy Ahmed and his wife, shout out to y'all. I know y'all watching too. So once this class graduates, which hopefully they graduate, if y'all all watching, hopefully they all graduate before Christmas. So hopefully they graduate before Christmas. I go ahead and take me about a week off. I ain't had no time off in months, so hopefully I get to take a week off, and then come January, we not dealing with no trucks no more for a few months. We gonna just dispatch from January to the beginning of April when it start getting back busy. Then April we're gonna start getting some more trucks.
All right, we got another guest coming in. Demetrius, can you hear me?
Right now. Hit one of my mentees.
Yeah.
How come he upside down
I
like
think
that?
that's Demetrius. Is that Demetrius?
I'm trying to get it on. Hold on.
Is
Boy,
that
he
one of
messed
mine right
up.
there? He upside down on the screen.
He up and down on our screen.
Yeah, he
Oh,
good on
really?
that.
Oh,
Upside down.
that
Oh
okay.
yeah, that's one of
There you
yours
go.
right
Now
there.
you sideways now,
Hold
bro.
on,
I
you
can deal with
sideways now.
sideways.
I think it's
Gotta
just
make him
I
mess
think
up.
Can
it's
you hear me?
my computer.
Oh, it is. Oh,
Yeah.
our computer. Okay.
You good?
Can you hear Demetrius?
Hold on, because I'm trying to put my what's callers on real quick. Hold on one second. I might have to go on my phone.
You look good. It's up and down on mine.
Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear y'all.
Oh, you
Okay.
good? You
You
good?
good?
Yeah, you good right there, man.
How's it going?
Pretty good, pretty good. Hold on, let me fix my audio real quick.
You dyed your hair since the last time I saw you.
Yeah, I did. This thing on
Okay,
here.
well, Aranette Espada, she said, talk about the billing process. Talk about the money and the billing process. That's where factoring comes in. And we don't really worry about the billing process. You get you a factoring company, so they deal with the billing process. A lot of companies have net 15, 30, 45, 60, 90, whatever they feel like they want to pay. And we ain't got time for that.
Yeah.
And you know what? It's a lot of questions in the chat, but just want to throw it out there that the purpose of this Q&A is so you guys can click the link and come in and ask the question. We might need an understanding of what you're asking. So
Yeah.
while we appreciate you asking them in the chat, we'd love for you to click the link so you can come in and ask the question. You don't necessarily have to get on video, but come on in, say hello.
Did you pin the link, WJ?
Yeah, I keep putting it in there. There it goes
All right.
again. I just put it in there again. When you try to get in, you don't have to do the video,
Did,
but you can
did
do
you
the
pin
audio
it
part.
though? You should
Yeah, I
pin it
pinned it,
too,
but it's way up
Kamar.
at the top of the.
I don't see it on mine. I don't see it pinned on mine.
I think it's all the way at the top.
Yeah,
Okay. Usually when you pin it though,
it's supposed to stay
usually
down at the bottom. Yeah, I don't know why it's
yeah,
not.
when you pin it, it comes highlighted at the top of the chat when you pin it.
Hey,
Click
yo,
the
man.
Oh,
if
look at
you
him.
hover over it, click them three dots and then click pin comment. It should
You got a question, Demetrius? He's freezing. All right, we're going. All right, he going out. We're gonna have to get to the next person. GMO Logistics, come on in.
does anybody have their CDLs? WJ Box Truck Company?
No, I
No,
need.
Nobody.
not yet, man.
Not yet.
We
Yeah,
working on
So
it.
y'all do plan on getting them or
yeah. I do plan on getting it.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
are y'all gonna be done with the box trucks? Even the box truck couple, I know y'all said y'all
Uh,
don't really, plan to scale, y'all just trying to grow the bank. Do y'all want to switch over to a semi or no?
no, man. We're not gonna switch over to a semi. That's going to me. That's gonna cost too much. See, we're not really in it for the to get rich and get a whole lot of money. We're in it to provide a opening for the ministry that we strive to accomplish. So, we got God in view. So
So y'all about to build a church?
no, we're Jehovah Witnesses.
Oh, okay.
So we have like 5 meetings a week, and a lot of times when we was at that Amazon, man, I couldn't. I mean, we could missing meetings.
You need that freedom.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man, house kind of like disturbed me. The connection wasn't really, being like it's supposed to be spiritually. So this gave us an opportunity to kind of like the other viewer who said that they really weren't trying to make a whole lot of money.
We
We got
want to pay our bills and have more freedom for the ministry.
right, so cash on hand, but ain't really
Yeah.
ain't really trying to do that over the road. My brother do over the road, man.
We be gone for months
CDLs, yeah, and I
sometimes.
don't like that, right?
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
muted, Demetrius.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So even with it being local, and even with y'all plans, y'all do stick to keep those plans with the box truck, not a semi.
Right.
Right. But they say
Okay.
if you get the CDLs, you can carry a heavier load with the box truck. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
so that's the reason
You're
why.
you're gonna have to get a CDL box truck though, because you know, those regular single axle ones can carry over 26,000 now.
Yeah, they still capped at 26,000 regardless.
Oh,
Can
even
you
the
get the
CDL
CDL?
ones?
No,
Yeah, you got
not
to
the
get a
CDL.
class B for the above 26,000 still. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So that's what we really plan on doing. Yeah.
Oh, okay. And I noticed because I think y'all said it too in y'all first video. I don't think y'all had a lift gate, so y'all was able to scale like 11 or 12,000, right?
Well, that we didn't have a lift gate when we had that rental.
Yeah, and the lift gate be like the lift gate be heavy. The lift gate be
Yeah.
like 3,000 pounds, I
Yeah,
think.
Yeah,
yeah.
we still couldn't, even when we filled the truck, it still was a little over 9,000 pounds. It didn't make a difference.
Oh, I thought you
Yeah.
guys said like 11,000 or something like that.
Uh-uh.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yep, you're right then. That ain't okay.
Yeah.
Are you
I'm
frozen?
sorry, Demetrius.
I think you're frozen.
On my
Oh,
screen.
there.
Oh, no, I
You good?
He also, I think he inside.
Yeah.
He probably need
Yeah,
to connect to Wi-Fi.
his connection is messing up.
Yeah.
Oh, what's my
Yeah,
computer?
you choppy.
You might have to type that question in.
Yeah, type your question in, Demetrius. You're real choppy, man.
Nice.
all right, hold on.
Oh my
I can
music.
hear you now.
Said he got dial up.
Yeah, I think so.
It's like regular.
Type your question, Demetrius. We'll get to it.
Somebody said he got dial up. Why y'all doing that, man? Don't start that, God. They said Demetrius got dial up.
Don't talk
Hey,
about
don't
folks
start
like that.
We can't even trip because it took us forever to get on, and it's because of the internet. We live on a lake and we have
No,
spectrum.
we live by a lake, baby. Not by a lake. See, I had to keep her on point, man. You know what I'm talking about? It's the same thing with. I be telling y'all the
Y'all
truth.
know I be saying some stuff wrong, but we live in a lake community, and
Yeah.
Hey, Walter, you be cracking me up on y'all videos,
Hey, man, I be telling the truth though, man. That's what it is. I'm straight with glass.
I be saying stuff.
But
But even because of the lake, like
we
we
ain't
could.
got paid yet. That's all I'm worried about. I'm ready to start getting paid.
Yeah, that's right. That's all. Because the reason I want to get paid because see, there's some folks out there, man, with their box truck thing. They get some money like Big Vic. They out there getting that money. I can't get no money like that right now, but ain't gonna take it long. So I got
Oh man,
every opportunity I can, you know.
I know that's right.
Yeah, man.
Okay, we got Omar. You ready?
How y'all doing tonight?
You doing, bro?
Omar, what's up, bro?
Omar.
Walter, I see they don't got the whip out tonight.
Oh man, she had it on me today though, man. I ain't you see it in a couple more videos.
I be seeing that.
Hey, she just put it on me a few minutes ago, make me wanted me to start looking at the football game. Man, I was like, man, I can't. It ain't never.
Oh yeah. Hey, that's a flag on the play. She can't be doing that. Not
Right,
on Sunday.
That's why he was late, y'all. 4 minutes left on the game.
Sorry about that, Big.
Omar,
They knock you out, man.
Omar,
no
you
problem.
GMO Logistics?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, okay, you know.
Yeah, GMO.
That is GMO.
Oh,
Omar, that's
So
GMO.
I know y'all based out of Georgia as well.
How
Y'all
you
got
know him?
Oh, GMO.
You know him?
No, I just follow y'all.
Oh, okay.
so he ain't doing it.
Yeah, that's the one that said, "What's up, big baby?" Didn't you say that?
He's just a big baby. I just
Oh,
call him.
man,
His name is
That's
call
his
it-
name. That's his name, and we have.
That's what they call him.
That's
No.
his nickname from long time ago.
Oh wow.
Well, everybody knows that now, big baby.
We've never said that, so we were like, I was like, "Do you know him?"
Right. I'm
Must
like,
be a Georgia thing. Must be a Georgia thing. We call old grown man that cry loud, we call them big babies.
oh yeah, hey man, this how I got the name. I was crying, man. They just, hey man, I'm call you Big Baby, boy.
But I got a question for y'all. Did y'all receive that nice little letter to update your UCR yearly on
Yeah, everybody gets that. Yeah, everybody
Yeah,
gets
man,
that.
that's a scam.
and especially your LLC.
Yeah, yeah.
You
Don't
don't
go
do
by
that,
that.
yeah, FMCSA go
But
cut you off.
everybody.
We got update to do the UCR, which I know we got to do that before December 31st. But what do you mean? I didn't get anything about my LLC.
LLC, you just got to re-register every year,
Oh
especially
yeah,
in
yeah.
Georgia.
That's
Yeah.
automatic. They're gonna automatically charge.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
that's
some
what we
people
got.
don't do it because
We went
they
to
keep
legal or
changing
something.
addresses. Some people start off with making a home address for the business, a
Yeah.
PO box. If you don't update that, it could basically mess your business up.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
thanks
yeah.
for
You
the reminder. But
gotta stay on top of
But
that paperwork.
I know. I just want to say, like, one thing that I have found out over the years is a lot of these carriers that you book loads with DAT, they have their own load boards.
Mm-hmm.
Go
Very much so.
down there, call that broker up, tell them to give you your carrier number that they have on file for you with them. Like I know you guys ran tire loads for Landstar. Landstar got that. Coyote,
Landstar,
XPO,
TQL, all of
all of
them.
them have their own load boards. So remember the day.
FTQL though.
I don't even mess with TQL.
Yeah, they cheap as hell.
Yeah,
WJ, you wrong for throwing them out there.
Yeah, don't.
Okay,
one thing we always
They be
recommend
taking loads though.
Or
TQL
if you
calls
want a
me. I
dollar
tell
for
them
free
I don't
day.
speak English.
we always recommend though, and I've talked about it several times in my videos, is whenever you sign up for these carriers, yes, they have their own load board, but you don't want to depend on it. If you're going to be running loads off the load board, get you a DAT or a truck stop or something like that also. But then you have several ways to book a load, right? So you got your carrier ones,
Yep.
Landstar, and all those people that even RTS. I don't know about the other.
Yeah.
RTS has a load board, so everybody's gonna have a load board, but you can't depend on it. So you can't sign up with Landstar and say, okay, I'm signed up with Landstar. I can use their free load board.
But I get what you're saying, but I'm saying it's just like it's a good thing to use it. It's when let's say you have a dedicated route. Let's say for like me, I have dedicated lanes from Midway, Georgia, to go to either South Florida to Medley, Tampa, Orlando, everything. You just want to have those just in case to bring you out of those places because they're not going to have a return route unless they're really good on booking you round trips.
Mhm.
Well,
You
you can
know,
keep your
because
dispatch
I
lines.
do the same thing that you guys are doing close to Atlanta. I do it here in Midway with tires. I do it for Hankook tires.
Gotcha.
So
Okay, so
basically,
have you
yeah.
ever been paid? I'm sure y'all all have, because I know y'all deal with Amazon. But I'm glad you just said that. You was like, hey, I'm not taking it unless I can either get something back if it's a dead area or about whatever. But
Mhm.
if they pay you $3.54 plus a mile, I'm taking it because
Oh yeah.
I could take $1 or $1.50 on the way back, and I still won. I still got $2 back
right,
plus
right.
round trip.
Right.
And some of them you
Yeah,
just gotta tell them, hey, are you guys getting extra for what is it, fuel subcharge? Sometimes they get paid for that.
Mm-hmm.
And they just don't add it to your rate card. You just gotta remind them or just hit them with, hey, you know how the world is right now. Gas ain't cheap. And I know y'all being in California, it's probably like what, $50 a gallon out there?
Just about. I think it's 49.
That makes sense right there.
Yeah, so you have to ask them, be like, hey, what am I getting? On top of this, it's gonna run me about another $300. Can you add $300 for fuel?
Right. That gas
Yes.
is hitting you, boy.
They're gonna try to
Yeah.
cry with you. Oh yeah, I know how it is out there. No, you don't, because you ain't running these trucks. You just sit
That's
behind
right.
the desk.
Exactly.
And just like Amazon, like Big Vic said, let these loads sit. We need to
That's
start a
right.
campaign, Big Vic. Let these
Mm-hmm.
loads sit.
Mm-hmm.
But they not doing it. I feel like y'all not done. Y'all
I
booking
think
stuff. Y'all.
I think this weekend they did it in Jacksonville. I think they have a Facebook page for Jacksonville Amazon. They actually let all these loads sit. Loads that are going for 300, going from Jacksonville to Savannah and Hilton Head. they were going for $1,500. Usually they were
You can tell when
one.
they're not messing with the lows because 12, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, you'll see 7, 8, 9, $1,000 lows on the board, right?
Yep.
Mhm.
But I feel like the closer that we're getting to peak, people are starting to pick the lows up. Like they went through this spurt where here in Atlanta where they were kind of letting the lows sit, and there were a lot of nights when the lows prices changed. But now I'm starting to see that those lows are being taken, and it's so disheartening because low. We ran a load to Brevard, North Carolina. I think it paid $767, and now I'm seeing that same load on the board for $364, and it's not sitting. People are just grabbing that load up, and from
You got
eight
a
to
lot.
two
You
hundred
got
and
what I have.
twenty-four.
I don't do a lot of Amazon, but I just did it, because I'm like, I just let me try it out. Because in the future, if I want to send a driver out or anything, you always want to have the knowledge of what to do. You just don't want to be like, oh, I have this company, but I'm sitting behind the desk, go do it. And then they call you and be like, so what I gotta do next? And you looking dumb, you know.
Right.
So I went
I
out there
just
just
talked about that.
what I have seen is you got a lot of new carriers that sit out there with their truck
Right.
Mhm.
At the place.
around just
Mhm.
Right.
waiting. So
Mhm.
them sorry, I call them vultures, but they were out there with Robin Noodle just sitting outside the truck eating. I talked to one of them like, what are y'all doing? I'm like, y'all got a load that's probably picking up later. They're like, nah, we're waiting to see what pops on the load board later on. And, they taking
Mhm.
them. They're like, we're here. So if they going, 200 miles and paying, I'm like, you got to think about it. I'm like, how long y'all been in business? 2 months. We just started. Good luck. Good
Mhm.
luck. You gotta put it in perspective that you gotta come back to where you live.
That's right.
That's why we don't really just try to. I don't try to put a lot of miles on that vehicle as long as I got something else going. Lawn service, maintenance work for someone. So yeah, that makes sense, man.
Yeah. And I seen you, Walter. You waking up your wife about 2 in the morning talking about, babe, there's a load.
Yeah, 800, and we ain't got to go number around about what 100 some miles. Yeah, I'm gonna have to jump on now.
But yeah, but everything's starting to pick up. Just like I said, dedicated routes, that's the best thing to have. Talk like the everybody's saying, just talk to them shippers. I'm trying to just like y'all, I knocked out the middleman and Hancock is giving me all these lanes. And them tire loads pay good.
Yeah, they pay pretty good, man.
Yeah.
That's really what we're living off of. Them every
Yeah,
once in a while, them Talos, yeah. And then the other all the stuff we do on the side. So, but yeah, man, them dedicated routes, man. That's sacred.
those are the lovely ones right there. They're ones that calling you first before they put it even on their load board.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's good.
But yeah, I always appreciate y'all. You always, Big Vic. He gives me a lot
That's
of
right.
information on the Amazon. You guys as
Absolutely.
well. Trucking out the box, a couple, just on how to, doing rentals. I don't. Right now, I got carried basically. I'll subcontract a lot of new carriers onto mine, and I give them a lot of these tire loads because these tire loads is like 4, 5, 6 a week that come out of Midway.
Mm.
So I give it to them. I subcontract them, a 1099 them. I deal with that.
Mm.
But I take a lot of knowledge. You can't stop learning. Every day I
That's right.
learn.
That's right.
Well, we appreciate you coming on.
Yeah,
All right,
appreciate it.
now y'all, you leave Walter alone. Let him cry. Let big baby cry.
Yeah.
All right, y'all
All
have a
right,
good
now,
night.
All right, Mo.
So I had a subscriber email me a question, and I'm trying to give him time to to jump on the live, but he hasn't. So I'm going to put the question here. His question was, and let me make sure I say it right because I want you guys' opinion on what he said. I know what I told him, but I want your opinion. His question is there a way to find Amazon load weights? My truck can't haul $10,000. It'll be overloaded.
$10,000.
I mean, 10,000
$10,000.
pounds.
My truck got all $10,000. I promise you it can.
$10,000.
My truck can
I got
too.
them.
I get
Put it my way.
Y'all
Right
know I
in
be
Virginia.
saying some stuff
Yeah,
wrong.
man, you
Y'all
gotta watch
gotta
it,
learn
man.
to speak Christy
Well, you
now.
gotta learn. You gotta watch them, boy.
So evidently, he's finding loads on the DAT load board for Amazon, and they're saying that they're 10,000 pounds.
Yeah,
So what is your response to that? I know what I said to him, but what's your response to that?
I tried to get one of those the other night. It was
You gotta take it by the weight scale.
yeah, it was a load going. I took this load probably 15 times this summer. It was going from Ashland, my facility, out to Henderson, Virginia, about 120 miles. It was paying $1,000, and I tried my best to get it. I was calling all types of Amazon numbers. If I were to get that load, I just take it by the scale. They
But
tell
it's
me
on
to
the
wait.
DAT load board, he said. Why?
Yeah, you have to call. They got a number with a for some reason the number that I'm calling the extension it wasn't working. I was calling for 30 minutes. I was calling every number that I had in my phone. I'm trying my best to get this load, and by the time the morning came around, it was gone. But yeah, they put them on there. They have a Amazon number with an extension to that person you're supposed to talk to. And if you feel weight is too much, you just take it by the scale. Make sure it's not that much.
I don't think it's Amazon. If it's on the DAT load board, if it was Amazon, it would be on Amazon Relay.
No, they
No,
broke her out. Listen,
yeah,
They
they
do.
broke them out because it was a last minute thing. It was
they
like that
broke her
night
out
type deal.
Amazon
Yeah,
loads, and sometimes, like I had one driver, I forgot where he picked it up from, but he definitely dropped it off at an Amazon distribution center for
yeah,
sure.
Well, the reason I say that is because I had contacted a company. Somebody told me that they broke it out Amazon loads, and he identified himself as an Amazon something manager, but it really wasn't him. It was his company, and you work under his authority. And what it is he had a contract with Amazon.
yeah. Those are those contracts that you see on
Yeah,
when you
so
go through
he
your app.
a
Yeah,
dedicated route. And
hmm
what he's doing is brokering out those loads to people to work under his
yeah.
authority. And
That's actually how I started.
I had somebody reach out to me that ran 3 loads under somebody, and now they won't answer the phone. So that makes me leery because they have not never gotten paid for those Amazon loads that they run. So my
That's
advice is always get your own Amazon
You mean
account.
they never got?
If
well.
you,
See,
I wouldn't book no Amazon load on DAT anyways.
Well,
'Cause like you
RTS,
said,
they broke her Amazon now though. RTS, they factor Amazon
yeah,
loads.
and OTR does too. It says factored by OTR,
They,
but
why would
on,
you
on
unless you're going through somebody else, what's the point of factoring an Amazon load?
see,
Amazon, if it's truly coming from Amazon, Amazon pays you directly on Friday. So
right.
you're really going through somebody else that has multiple trucks, that has a contract with Amazon, and if they're paying you $1,000 for that load, then Amazon paying them 1,500 or 2,000 for that.
And I should have saved that link because on there it did say you had to have an Amazon account, and when the number that I called was actually Amazon, but the extension wasn't working. But on that, it did say you had to have your Amazon Relay. That's what it said. You had to have on there to get paid from it. When I seen it on the DAT load board, and I've never seen one on there. That was my first time seeing one. But I mean, like I said, I tried to call to talk to somebody about it, but when I called through the app, the people that you get, they're usually foreigners. They don't know much.
Right.
They just deal with
Man,
us. So he didn't know what he was doing. He didn't know what to say. And I'm telling him, there's a load on there right now. I can give you all the information that's on there. It's going from Ashland to Henderson. Can you give me the information on it? So he's passing me around, and I never. No, it didn't have a load ID. That's what you're supposed to call and get. So that's what I'm telling him. The extension's not working. I'm giving him the extension. Like, if you can get me to the person, so I can get to talk to the person about this load. Like I said, it was paying $1,000, 126 miles. I was ready to take it. It was that night, but I couldn't get in contact with anybody.
Yeah, that's suspect to me.
yeah, I wouldn't trust it unless it's actually on an Amazon relay board, like Christy was
And
saying.
I went to go look on there too. I went to go look, but it wasn't on there. So I just wanted to talk to somebody because if I would have got to talk to somebody, I could have got some clarity on it.
So the reason that you have to have an Amazon account to book the load is because they need to add your vehicle and
Yeah.
you need to
Hmm.
already be approved. But
Mm-hmm.
that's not an Amazon load. That's a load that Amazon has assigned to that carrier, and they're brokering that load out.
Okay.
So, I mean, buyer beware. You know, I personally wouldn't take an Amazon load off the dead load board.
Yeah.
We don't do Amazon. We do Amazon like as a last resort.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we don't do Amazon too much either, but I do check Amazon load board every day because you never know when something gonna pop up. But
That's right.
it's gotta pop up. You know what I mean? Right for
Mm-hmm.
us to take it.
If we can get an Amazon load after we done did an OTR load coming back home, I mean,
We check that too. When we coming back home, we check Amazon too to see if we can find something coming back home. But
Yeah.
Amazon just ain't paying what they
We
used to
sure do.
pay, and they ain't paying right. They ain't paying. They not
Definitely.
paying right. Paying right.
Yeah.
They ain't doing right. It's been a load, Big Vic, you know I showed you this load last week. It's still
Mm-hmm.
on the load board.
to
Pick up
Florida, Tampa.
Tampa.
Right.
Pick up at ATL2. That's the site that me and my husband used to work at. Y'all know we want to pull up at ATL2 in the box truck and be like, what's
She do,
up?
man. I don't care nothing about no folks.
But the load is going to Tampa, 489 miles.
Mm.
It's paying $675.
That's
That's a
ridiculous.
loss.
Yeah, that's a long.
That's $1.35 a mile.
Yeah.
That's bad.
See, the problem
I
is,
feel
Somebody gonna book it though.
respected.
yeah, somebody's going to get it. The problem is a lot of these drivers, people that's gotten it, flooded into this industry, don't have enough knowledge and aren't patient enough to not take those loads. They're getting desperate out here. Those are the people that are going to, next year, we're going to probably see a flood of trucks because people are going to try to get, I already got people trying to get out of it. There's people that's contacting me saying they're ready to get out of it because of how hard it is to find the load. And I told them, you're going to hear twice as many no's as you hear yeses, but that's the way this business runs, especially with the box truck. If you was in a tractor trailer, you'd hear yeses all day. You can basically write your checks, but in this box truck world, you got to fight for it. And taking those types of loads is not helping you fight for it. You're lowering the price for everybody and making it hard for everybody. So
There's a certain type of person. It takes a certain type of person to do this business, right? You have to, you gotta, not only do we want it, but we believe we gonna get it, right?
yeah,
So when we pick up the phone, it's not with, man, I'm never gonna find a truck. It's, I done did all I'm supposed to do. I know God finna bless my efforts. Let me call and get this truck. We wasn't calling the rental companies once a week hearing we don't have any trucks. I was calling 2-3 times a day.
Man,
It took me 3 days to and I'm not talking about I'm talking about 2 or 3 times a day to Penske, 2 or 3 times a day to Budget, 2 or 3 times to
they don't want to hear that though. They not doing that. See, that kind of go back to kind of like what I was saying. I be feeling like a lot of people don't have the same drive as us who actually in it, and it take that. I tell them all the time because I got a rental account manager who tied in with the rentals, but they think like, oh, he's gonna give us the rental account manager, and the rental account manager is gonna do everything on his own. I tell them, no, you still gotta be proactive. It's your company.
That's right.
I really tell them, I say, hey, well, what my rental account manager really gonna do that Penske, Ryder, and Enterprise ain't gonna do for you is he gonna finesse you the rate. He gonna give you $500 a week, 15-cent amount. I said, now of course he gonna try to help you get the to go pick it up. But damn, you still gotta call yourself. You still gotta do what you just said.
Right.
Call call this, call that. I don't know why they're not being proactive. We did the same thing. The only reason why we went with Budget first is because Budget was, when we first started in April, Budget was the first ones that make us an actual account.
Right.
It was the first ones to make us an account. We told them we had Amazon. We didn't have Amazon yet, and they made us an Amazon account to where it was for the low. So we went with Budget. Plus, they had a truck. Ryder ended up giving
come
us.
back in when you get a chance.
Yeah, still to this day, our Ryder our rider, we're grandfathered in with rider, so we pay 410 cents a week with rider, but our coverages don't match up. So we end up paying an extra, I think, 25 plus $10 every single day for coverages.
Yeah.
So we don't go with rider, but you know, this is from us putting in that work, calling my rental account manager, doing this, doing that, and then I'm like, you know what? Let me refer them. Let me create something to where at least for my company, because I knew we was gonna grow. I'm like, let us at least get tied in. So the same thing we did with Keep Trucking, which I'm sure y'all do. The same thing we did with RTS. Same thing we did with LegalZoom and DOT Number Store and all these places as far as joining the affiliate program. I went to budget. I said, hey, I can promote y'all company. The last straw was, I don't know if y'all see Box Truck Couple. I think you seen it because you commented when they tried to give us that damn Hino that was raggedy as hell, and it was like 80 inches at the door or something nutty. And I'm like, okay, this is the last straw. So that's when I went and got the rider truck. And then budget was blowing me up. Oh my God, please no, continue to refer our company. We got a 2022. We ain't seeing nothing less than the 2022. We getting 2022s like hotcakes, iced honey buns nowadays. Getting them with 48 miles and 60 miles and 50 miles. So it's like we used our influence, but it was a progress. It was a process to get there.
And
You know
once
what
you
I'm
put
saying?
your foot in the door, like
You in.
you in. And one of the people that I mentor, she called every day. It didn't take her long at all. She had to go to Alabama from South Carolina, but it didn't take her long at all to go get a truck. And
They
now
don't
that
want to
she has
travel
a
either.
truck,
They don't want to travel, Christy. They don't want to travel. They want
now,
to go down the street.
now that she has a rental truck, guess what they doing?
Eating.
What's up, Cooper Transportation? Y'all need another truck? Ryder calling them trying to see if they want another truck. You just
Right. That's the
get your
same thing.
foot in the door.
That's what I'm glad you brought that up. I'm so glad you brought that up because it really take dedication and it take consistency. But I tell people, you'll think like, damn, it's your company. Like, why are you treating
Yeah.
this like you gotta respect what you're doing? You got an LLC. This is a company. On
Right.
behalf of your company, you need to make them calls.
Yeah.
Mr. S Cup Trucking, how you doing, sir?
Good. How are you?
All right. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, sir.
I can hear you clearly.
Okay. What question do you
Okay, I
have
think it's
tonight?
a lag.
It's
Oh,
muffled.
question is, it's muffled.
It's
Yeah.
not.
It's breaking up.
It's breaking up. It's breaking up.
Breaking up. I'll do my best. I'll do my best. I'll speak slowly. So I've been following all of you for some time now, and I've actively gone ahead and got my commercial insurance. However, I did it a different way, where there's a lawyer that I think I'm not sure which one of you may have talked to him, but he talked about getting it fast tracking it. So I got it on my personal car at a commercial rate, at a lower rate, aging my authority. So I'm 2 months into it at this point. Next month will be my third month. But my biggest concern is I work a full-time job and I'm relatively successful, and I wanted to make sure that if this is for me, to try and do the box trucking. And I think my biggest concern was rental. I see the rates went up. And I think my question is, how do you feel? I know how do you feel about rental and aging authority along the way?
How do we feel about rental and getting your authority along the way?
Oh, Christy, you
Yeah.
good. I didn't make out one
Okay.
word.
So, as far as getting your authority, it's real important that you do that, right? So I said it earlier. I don't believe in working under somebody else. I personally believe that the best route to go is to have your own. Now it's
I
hard.
apologize. I do have a DOT number and authority. I have a full authority.
Oh, you got
So
your
I got my authority first, and then I went and got the insurance. And then I got a discount on insurance because it's just my personal vehicle. Regular, it's not even a commercial vehicle. So I got it at a lower rate because it's not a truck. It's a car.
gotcha. So your question is
But
about
with time, when I get to the 90,
So
So
you're
you
trying
want
to
to
age your
negotiate
authority,
your rates.
basically.
I am, yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna jump into rentals, but I'm still, I feel as though, if when I'm gonna get into it would be after the peak season, which I'm not concerned about because I know steady, and slow and steady wins the race. So I'm not concerned about how quickly I make money. It's how about going through the process and getting to that process. But my ideal setting for me is to go through a rental because I want to know that I would, liking it and loving it is two different things. I want to know if I'm going to love it versus liking it. I don't know where I'm at in that process.
Right. Well, I always suggest to people, especially if they're not sure if this is the business that they want, to get a rental. We started out with a rental, right? We started out with a budget rental. And we didn't quit our jobs. We took vacation time for a few weeks and we just hit the ground running. And in that time, we figured out if this was something we wanted to move forward with before we left our
Okay.
jobs and put it all in. So I absolutely suggest, especially if you've never been in trucking before, I recommend getting a rental truck. It's easier to scale up with rental trucks if you decide that's something you want to do. And if you decide that driving trucks is not something you want to do, you can always turn that truck in and be done with it. Not to mention the fact that if there are any breakdowns or anything like that, that's included right in your rental.
Right.
So you don't have to worry about paying for maintenance or anything like that. I absolutely suggest it. I absolutely think
So,
that's
Yeah.
the best idea.
And if you decide
so
not
with
to,
that,
if you decide not to go continue in it, then the fall isn't as hard to get out of the rental versus you owning the truck. Not
Yeah,
that it's hard to sell them right now, but still financing or whatever you're going to do, you'll be out
right.
of money at that particular time. So
Right.
right.
So I guess then it would be, I know there's a difference between renting a truck and leasing a truck.
yeah,
Yeah.
So, so I've got the authority gone, I've got 60 days under my belt, and I considered leasing versus rental. And then I was going to take maybe a leave of absence or maybe 3 weeks from work and then take that route as you suggested.
well,
Most places that you lease a truck are going to want you to have at least 2 years under your authority. I mean, I get why you're trying to put some age because sometimes it's hard to find loads if your authority is less than 90 days. But you know that 90 days was important to us. Everybody's different. It's up to you how you run your business. But that 90 days was important to us. It took us 90 days to really figure out how to book loads, how to negotiate loads, how to gain the experience, how to do a lot of stuff. So, what's the difference in coming in at 90 days if you still don't know what you're doing? You know what I'm saying? I get your
I
aging
do.
authority, but at the same
Right.
time, it's like training for a job. Okay. It's real important
Understood.
that you get that training so when you do grow and develop, you grow and develop into a stronger business owner because you allowed yourself that time to
yeah,
get to know the business.
Or
Yeah.
if you do milk your authority, because some people in our program milk their authority. So what they do is, I mean, everybody is different, but some people are coming to our program just to gain that experience while they're milking their authority. So they're
Right.
coming to me. Their authority is already active, but they're just here to complete my program. But they're also kind of like Christy said, what use are you getting by milking your authority by just still going to your 9 to 5 or just still sitting at home just waiting? I agree with that. I definitely think you should have a mentor or have some type of experience while you are milking your authority. Because in that way,
I'm
after
talking to
90
my
days,
mentors.
after 90 days or however long you plan on milking your authority, and you're ready to either A, have a dispatcher, or B, just go ahead and dispatch your own loads, you're not like a deer in the headlights. You kind of can, you kind of have a gist of knowing what's going on.
Okay. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you need some help with that, I heard you say something about a mentor, but I didn't catch what you said. Any of us are willing to help you. We all have consultations, offer consultations and mentorship programs. So you're welcome to reach out to any of us. for any additional help or
And S Cup Trucking, if you are thinking about gaining that experience, we also have a driving program that you will be able to get into as well. So feel free to click on the description box in any of our videos and get a little bit more information on that, and just email us and we'll take it from there.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you. Thank you for taking my questions.
You're
All right,
welcome,
you're
man.
welcome.
Have a good night. All right, Walter is up next here. Different Walter.
Okay, then I'm gonna say I'm already here, man.
Walter's back.
Yeah, this the third Walter.
Yeah,
WJ put a Walter in there. This my boy. Okay, he's back.
I'm back. You took me back.
Yeah,
I had a question on the trucks. You talk about how rental is hard to get. Dub, and I know Box Truck Couple. I know what you paid for your trucks, which if the trucks stay running seemed like it was a good price. And I think Dub, you talked about the monthly cost of running, maybe renting versus owning your own. If you're in this for the long haul, wouldn't it be better to buy your truck? It seems like it would be cheaper monthly if it was a $600 to $1,300 a month payment compared to $2,600 a rent.
yeah.
Is there one better to the other? I would think it'd be better to buy if you can get a decent price for a truck.
If you are in the mind state of being in this for the long haul, I personally would say, yeah, do what you can to buy. Prices are astronomical right now, almost double. I don't know what they're looking like in California, but I hear 60,000 for my same truck. I paid 31 for mine, so I'm hearing 60,000 out of California. And mind you, whatever mileage it has, when people rent trucks, they tend to dog them. So then you got to worry about all types of issues with the trucks, brakes. I mean, all of that is on you when you buy it. So it it can be cheaper if you find a good truck, but then it can be a nightmare if you find a truck that, like Vic had, where he had to replace his engine. If
Oh
you
yeah.
got to do something like that, you're in the doghouse
Oh
after
yeah.
that.
That's sad. And I guess one of the other questions I had was box truck couples was the broker that you list down in your videos. Does he dispatch all over the United States, or is
the
it just in your
broker.
area?
What broker are you talking about?
Didn't you use it? What's the one you always refer to? Not RTF.
RTS is the factoring company, and Edward Jones is with Keep Trucking.
Who's
Those
the
are
one that gets your tire account from the initial point?
so. I
Um,
have a short list of brokers that carry broker. I have a short list of carriers in my description box: Landstar,
yeah.
TQL, PH Robinson. They're everywhere. So it's just a short list. It's not everybody. I think Trucking Out the Box has a more extensive list
Yeah.
costs that you can get, and he's actually in your area. But that short list is those companies are everywhere. So it's just encouraging you to go ahead and sign up with carriers so that when you do come out the gate,
Yeah.
right, then you don't have to worry about because it's frustrating to call on your first load or your second load or your third load, and they're going to give it to you, but you got to fill out a carrier packet. And by the
Right.
time you finish your carrier packet, they've given the load to somebody that's already signed up with them. So if you
Okay.
can
So
get a jump start once your authority goes active and go ahead and sign up with those suggested carriers that will accept a new authority, it just puts you ahead of the game.
And
okay. Good.
and Walter, I wanted to kind of comment on that as well. And Vic, I think you do some OTR stuff too, so you deal with having to fill out carrier packets, I believe, as well. So I fill out a carrier packet or two every single day still. So what I do is I finesse it. So when I'm on the phone with them, I keep them on the phone and I make sure they take the load off the board.
Right.
If they take the load off the board, it's yours. If
I
they
got you.
email you the carrier packet and you receive it while you're on the phone, it's yours. But what she's saying is right, because especially if you don't, you gotta kind of, you gotta really be good at this. Like you gotta, it's really a skill being able to like dispatch yourself and others.
Right.
You have to like judge their tone and how they're acting, because we've had people say that we're giving you a load and we've never got a rate con. So we talk about it, and I'm sure they all talk about it. Don't move and don't ever stop looking until you get the rate con. But until you get the rate con. But once you get the carrier packet, you can shorten that time. Obviously, it's two of us, so usually what we do now is She'll kind of assist me a little bit with dispatching, but mainly she's helping me. So if that morning, like tomorrow, for instance, I got one. I think all my drivers are empty tomorrow. So tomorrow I got to dispatch 5 drivers. So tomorrow I'm gonna have 5 people emailing me their signed BOLs. So what I'm gonna be doing is we're gonna wake up at 5 in the morning. None of them are gonna be dropping at 5 in the morning, except I do got a guy in Delaware. So my guy in Delaware, he'll already be up because it's gonna be 8 o'clock in the morning out there. So 5 o'clock in the morning I'll be up. We'll start getting signed BOLs for people that are dropping off. So once I get those signed BOLs, I'll either send them to her or I'll tell my driver to send them to her, so she'll do that part while I'm dispatching. Now, while I'm dispatching, they're gonna do that same thing that Chrissy was just talking about. They're gonna say, "Hey, we're not set up," or "Hey, we are set up." Another thing, I'm sure Miss Christie and Big Vic, WJ, all you guys experience too, is when we get the carrier packet, if it's RMIS or if it's different systems, it's already pre-filled in. Have you guys ever experienced
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yep.
So sometimes it'll be a different carrier, but they'll have the same system. So you
Yep.
may only have to just click through it. So yeah, I agree. You want to get those carriers, especially with those main companies, because they're all gonna pretty much use ones that are similar with other companies. So if you kind of get a head start and you fill those out already, then even if you do have to fill out another one with another company, which you are gonna have to do that, if they're using the same system, it'll make it a little easier for you. You'll be able to fill it out. But just make sure you finessing, keep them on the line. You know, hey, I just got it, and then say, hey, did you take it off the board? And if they didn't take it off, don't be afraid. Like, well, let them know, hey, I just clicked refresh, I still see it. Why you got them on the phone? You
Right.
filling it out. You filling it out. So you filling it
Don't
out.
be scared.
Yeah. So I'm feeling, man. I keep them. I'm getting ready, and I'll blow them up. You know, I had a guy tell me the other day. He said she was right there listening. You know, I called. I say, hey, I haven't got the rate count yet. He said, oh, yeah, well, you know, if you quit calling me, it'll be a little fast. It'll be a little faster for me to fill it out. I'm like,
You got to. You got to. That's your money.
I don't play. I call
yeah,
it.
you got to. Like Walter say, I need my bread. You know what I'm saying?
That's
So
right.
I'm on there making sure. Yeah, I'm making sure. I'm like, okay, well, I haven't got it yet. So just make sure you stay on top of them. You'll kind of, get a gist. Everyone is different. You'll get a gist of it as you're filling out the company, as you check their grade. And I'll throw another quick dispatching tip on while we're on the topic. So some brokers would list their email, right? So what I do is, because I don't work with brokers who don't factor anyway. So what I do with RTS, what I love about RTS is I'll go to their credit system and I'll type the MC in. And once I type the MC in and I'll see their grade, I'll click on it and I'll see a number to be able to reach their company. So while I'll send them an email, don't get me wrong, but I'll hurry up and call and I'll say, hey, and I'll be like, hey, well, I'll just start lying. I've worked with you before. You don't remember? Or, hey, I got your number from such. I worked with him. And I'll just start making us. So you just got to finesse to where you're able to get in there and get the load and get it done. You do got to be quick, though, especially if it's some good money. You got to be quick.
You made a great point, and you're absolutely right, because I do the same thing. Like if I'm talking to you about the load, whether I'm signed up with you or not, if you say this is my load, we need to take it off the board. That's not okay.
Otherwise,
Everybody, mom and auntie, I'm like, all right, baby, this is my load, right?
Right.
That's good. That's good. Good something to know.
I was gonna say otherwise, because you probably negotiated a higher rate than what they had it posted for. So while you trying to fill out that carrier packet and stuff, they probably on the line trying to find somebody that's about to take it for cheaper.
Yeah.
So that's why you gotta be quick. Because we had that happen a couple times too. He's like, hey, did you put me on hold?
Yeah. I'll get on because I say, oh, let me get the quote. Oh man, listen, I turns up when I'm on them, bro. I turns up. You know?
I'm gonna tell you.
On hold to find somebody else to take it for cheaper. They're like, no, sir. The load is yours. I'm just getting everything ready.
I'm gonna tell you what else too. Like, it's just a suggestion. Everybody can't do that. You can't do this. What I'm getting ready to say, but it's just a suggestion. All of our phones are Apple. We got iPads.
Yeah.
Oh I'm glad you brought that up too.
My computer and my desktop is a Mac. Okay, so I have access to my COI, my W-9, my authority, everything I need for that carrier packet. I got it on my phone. I got it on I don't have a laptop, but I do have an iMac. I got it on my desktop. I got it on my phone. I can get to it on his phone because everything is connected. So when you're on the road and you're searching for loads, make sure you leaving money on the table if you're not prepared. So
Yeah.
make sure that you have those files saved to your phone. Do dry runs. Make sure you can sign a document. You understand how to sign a document on your phone, right? Because everybody won't let you reply and say, I accept this load. Some people want you to physically sign it. You can do that on your phone. Make sure
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
take the time to learn how to do stuff like that
Make
before.
sure
I
you
did
got.
see a segment, Christy, that you said that you brought that about bringing your papers with you all ready to go.
Absolutely. I got them on my phone in my files right now. I can show them to you.
Yeah, and we got and I'm sure Christy is the same. We got a picture of our we got a PDF format of our MC Authority. We got a PDF format of our W9. We got a
Yep.
PDF format of our COI. Which another thing too, we have Progressive. So a lot. What we used to do in the beginning was we used to call Progressive to try to get them as a certificate holder. All we got to do is go to their website, click other, and add them as a certificate holder. So we can do that fast as well. So it's a lot of different things
Yeah.
that you may have to do real quick when it comes to booking these loads.
We
We
have
also have
Progressive
our
as well.
RTS.
Yeah.
Yeah, we also have our RTS notice. They call it an NOA. I think it's notice of authority. Notice of assignment. Yeah. And we have that in a PDF form, as well as our 10 letter. Sometimes they need our 10 letter from the IRS. We got that in a PDF form. So anything they need, I'm able to just hurry up and shoot it on over to secure the load.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Hey, and W, on the fact of the trucks in California, I think it's all the EPA stuff. For me to buy a truck over here, it's like someone said, I'd have to buy something newer. But for some of these older trucks, that don't have the EPA standards that California does, would be great to take out of state. They don't have it such a, I don't know, a high air. I guess they already have air over there. I don't know. But
Yeah.
anyway, I got a brother-in-law that works with the heavy trucks, and they said, and an uncle has an excavating business, and they forced them all to get EPA compliant, and it was a lot of money. So I know the older trucks would be great to take out of state, but for us here in California, we have to have a certain year to a certain standards.
Yeah,
And
and
one of the
we
other
go
options.
OTR. So I'm using. They don't even give me because I got my account suspended one time. We took a 2000. Our first truck was like a 2015 or 16, and of course we did a lot of miles. So and we used to lie about the miles when they would call us or ask us the miles. Well, we'll tell them a different number. So when we finally turned it in, when we happened to give them the real miles, and they charged us, obviously it was like a few thousand because we was behind on the miles. They also suspended our account after that. We were
Wow.
able to finesse and get our account back active, but now we only get newer trucks and up. They won't even give us because they know we're OTR. Because with us, we don't have to deal with mile caps or none of that stuff that other people got to deal with. So what they looking at our company as, just like FedEx or UPS with all these trucks, they're looking at my company like, hey, they're giving us business, and I'm creating a demand for the local facilities that I'm picking my trucks up from. So
Yeah.
before, when I used to pull up to these local facilities to get my truck, they may only have a few trucks. Now, since my company, like she was saying, one of their mentees, they're calling him for trucks. That's what Budget does with us now. They call me for trucks, all the way up to the main district manager. He'll have a truck in Utah, bring the truck all the way down to either California, Arizona, or Vegas or something like that, somewhere close, and he'll call us to go get the truck. So we created a demand for different facilities and different local franchises for them to be able to, make it work for us, but we're making it work for them, especially with the promotion that we're giving them. Our rental account managers, thing like that, they really love us. So when you hopping in this as a business, it's all about relationships. Create them relationships, you're going to win.
Yeah.
Same thing with the brokers when you're on the phone with them. You never know when you're going to talk to that man again or when you
Yeah.
might deal with that company again. So do your thing. Be respectful. Be quick. And they'll work with you again and they'll love it. And like how Vic was talking about the lanes and stuff like that, they'll know like, oh, he ran this lane first before. There's plenty of times where I'm back in the same state and I've called the same broker and they got that same
The
lane.
same load. Yep.
Yeah, and they gotta look
Do you
at it and
guys
see
keep your
I got
brokers' numbers? Everyone you've used for that kind of return call. Hey, I'm back over here. You got anything going out? Type of thing.
I'll be 100% honest with you. No, however, now that I'm actually building my company and my office to dispatch for others, yes, we
Yeah.
mainly freestyle, but I usually put my guys. I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm nice with this dispatch. So
I'm
when it
disappointed trucking out the box. I am all them good lows that y'all had. Y'all supposed to
Yeah.
have a file, an Excel
no, okay,
spreadsheet of
we got
every
access, we got
broker.
the paperwork, but we in different places all the time. So you know,
Absolutely.
But here's the thing. Keep them brokers in your phone with a smiley face next to their name.
right, right, right.
When you book a load with a broker, save their name and number. And every week I call my brokers and ask them what they got for a box truck.
Yeah. See,
And
we
they
did
start calling you. Hey, you got
right.
somebody in this area? Hey, you got somebody because you've built that relationship.
Yep.
Right, right, and that's what we used to. It's so. I mean, it sounds so backwards, but that's what we used to do in the beginning. I mean, we had people calling us, and we'll wake up. That was our process. We'll wake up in the morning, 5 a.m. We'll usually wake up to a call from the broker. You know what I'm saying? We usually wake up to the call from the broker, and then we'll start going down the list and calling, and then we'll hit the board. But now, I don't know. With me having so many trucks in so many different areas, I just get on there and freestyle
Yeah,
it.
that's a
Especially,
lot. It's a lot
yeah,
for all the trucks you got.
yeah, so I just get on there and freestyle it. But when I start actually, taking those 90 days, because I plan on dispatching for a minimum of 90 days, depending on where it goes and depending on the type of staff I can hire. Because next year, we plan on going, we plan on doing more than what we did this year. And this year was way, way more than what we thought. I mean, even with our taxes, we got to file as an S Corp because we made so much money. So next year, that's why I'm trying to get a semi because I need to bring this capital down so I don't get smacked over the head when it comes to taxes. But next year we plan on dispatching from January to April, and for those 3-4 months, I really plan on I'm trying to like create a staff. While I'm dispatching, I want to dispatch, but I know I have more time to where I could create a. Because when you're dispatching for somebody else, I could just dispatch and that's it. I'm getting my money. I'm good. If you late and all that, that's on you. But now it's not like that. I'm dispatching. I can pull up on my screen right now and show y'all like keep trucking how you able to see all your trucks over the map and stuff like that. I'm working all day every day. So like I don't want to lose the hunger and the grind and stuff. But this is a lot of work. So I'm gonna be real. It's too much work. I can't do this by myself.
Yeah,
So yeah,
you know what? If you didn't get that experience, like so many people come out the gate, out the authority gate, saying, "Where can I get a good dispatcher?" They don't even want to learn how to book their loads, and
right.
this is disappointing to me because if you don't know how to book a load and you sitting around waiting on somebody else to book you a load, you're gonna be sitting. I have a mentee sitting in Texas for 3 days waiting on their dispatcher when all you had to do was pull up the dead load board yourself and find you a load. And when they called me, that's what I said. Well, what you gonna do? You gonna keep sitting there, or you gonna get on the load board and find a load? Never been on the load before. Got $1,600 coming out of there within 3 hours. Got
Man.
Yeah,
got me.
yeah,
So if you can't set the expectation, if Renee had never gotten in a truck and
yeah,
did this the way y'all did this, you would have never been able to teach a driver how to
yeah.
be successful. It would, or WJ or Big Big T, any of us, we
Right.
got out here, we learned how to dispatch our loads, we learned how to run these loads, we learned how to negotiate. And if you don't allow yourself to, even if you do want to scale up and have drivers, if you don't allow yourself to learn the ins and outs of the company, then you're not going to be successful having people work under you. You can't set expectation for Amazon if you don't know what that looks like. You can't
Right.
teach somebody about being on time. And when they late, they ain't messing up their Amazon account. They're messing up their
Mhm.
own. So you got to
That's
really
right.
understand what that means all
Yeah,
the way
I agree.
around before you can teach somebody else.
And because
Yeah,
of that factor right there is why these people are taking these $1.50 $1.60 loads from Amazon. That's
Yeah,
what's
they
driving
not
the
even
board
doing
down right there
operations,
because
bro.
they're not understanding what they're really worth.
Right.
And Amazon's almost what are they, $1 trillion company yet? They got the money. They
Look,
got the
I have
money.
only made $12,000 with Amazon in this past year. I very seldom run an
And
Amazon.
You probably only made 3. I don't know
I
how.
think
We,
I'm
we
only
don't never do
I think I'm
Amazon.
only at 14,000
And
this
the
week.
only reason I hit that, you guys, is because I caught an $833 load last week. My husband woke me up to get it.
Yeah.
We've been sitting at 11,000 for 2 months.
I just checked mine. We had 4,100. So ours is terrible.
That's because y'all ain't never ran but 3 or 4 Amazon.
So the Amazon's good to
We did
start up
Amazon
with,
for
but just
2
move on to
weeks.
better
Right.
stuff.
Amazon,
Yeah, 100%.
Amazon is good for
It's
in the
great to start
meantime
off
and in
with.
between
Yeah,
time.
Yeah.
it's
Don't
Yeah,
great.
don't
yeah.
don't
The
don't don't
feedback.
sleep on them though, because if you do
Amazon.
understand how to book that freight, you
Yes.
can make a
Right.
cool $100,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen
Yeah,
some of
yeah,
what
I
you
see.
guys
Great to
have
Yeah.
start.
put up there. I mean, that's pretty good. That's an incentive to really get on there and really search it out. I mean, I'm kind of excited to get on and look at the loads and what
Yeah.
I'm going to be
Mm-hmm.
able to take and so forth.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Just
and
know
looking
they
for that
will.
return load when you do go out somewhere. That's going to be exciting.
Just know they will mess up your score whenever they get a chance.
Yes, they
Yeah,
will.
Got a
I've
video
seen
about
that.
coming soon about that.
They literally just took my score, and I ain't even had a load in weeks. I don't even have a score anymore. And I don't know why.
Yeah,
I don't know
that's
why.
what.
We've been
Yeah,
over with.
yeah, and I'll be honest. That's usually what we do. We'll book a load. I'm telling you, it'll be every blue moon. I done got on it because I had a driver one time. Oh, I think he was in Maryland. Then I had another driver in Kansas, and I kept thinking once it started getting, I think it was about 2 o'clock out there on their time zone, and I still didn't have a load, so I booked Amazon. And then next thing you know, I got a load, so my score was 0 for 6 weeks, and then finally, my score kind of went up a little bit. And I had a guy. I don't know why y'all ain't tell me don't ever go to Mobile, Alabama. I had my guy down there in Alabama. I'm thinking the South is sweet. I have him down there in Alabama. Couldn't find nothing, so he had to do Amazon. But luckily, Amazon got him. I was able to get $4-5 a mile. So luckily, Amazon got him going back up towards like Mississippi or somewhere. And I ended up having him deadhead a little bit towards. I think he picked up in Tennessee to Kansas. I can't remember, but I ended up getting him up out of there. But yeah. Amazon come in handy like every blue moon for us.
Well, that's if you dedicated to OTR. There are people who get down, like Big Vic said. There are people that get down with Amazon. We just ain't never been interested in doing. Amazon has always been an in between in time and in the meantime for us. We like backing
Same here.
having our truck loaded for us and just driving to the location, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We like that. And being sick of Amazon, coming from working for Amazon, you know what I mean? We just didn't gravitate. But there are people that only run Amazon or run more Amazon than OTR that make some good money, but it's a science to it.
Yeah.
And we get, and y'all can tell me, do y'all do this? I'm talking almost at least.
Before you say that, I just want to shout out Trucking and Jays. I know he's one of Big Vic's guys, but I'm subscribed to him. If you're not subscribed to Trucking and Jays, make sure you go and subscribe to their channel,
Definitely.
man. They are awesome. And they got a video dropping tonight about how to get the good Amazon load. So y'all check out Trucking and Jays. I'm subscribed to him and I love him. I'm
Okay.
sorry. Go
Oh
ahead.
yeah. Okay,
Hey,
yeah. I was just gonna
second,
say, another thing I like about OTR is I would say at least 40 to 50% of the loads I book every day, I'm able to finesse more money too. So let's say I book a load, it's 1,000 miles. Let's say I book it for 2,100 or something like that. My driver get there, it's always something. He either got a load. Some of my drivers be finessing because they'll call me like, hey, he got the forklift. He trying to go on the truck. I don't want them to put the forklift on the truck. I'm gonna just load it. So I'll say, okay, sit tight. I'm gonna call the broker. I call the broker. I'm getting $250 for driver assist every time. I had one of my drivers. He was up in Washington. I don't know how the hell he did it, but we was able to get driver assist and the receiver got him a hotel for the night at the Best Western. He knew I was gonna book him at the Motel 6 anyway, so he was able to get him at the Best Western. So I'm like, damn. I'm like, okay. So it's a lot of times where, or I had one driver, my guy that's in Delaware right now. He was supposed to drop on Friday at 7 a.m. They pushed it to 11 a.m. on Thursday, but he ended up not getting unloaded until I think about 4 or 5 p.m. His time. So I was able to get an extra 500 on the rate con. So it went from 5,500 to 6,000, and then we was able to get $50 an hour for the detention time. So we able to get with OTR, we able to get a lot of extra money that covers our expenses.
Right.
To help the drivers, over the load. But I always tell, because in the beginning, first, second load, they might mess up and they'll call me and say, hey, because that's part of our training. I tell them about all of that, but sometimes they'll call me and say, hey, I did load. I know you told me to tell you that when I load. And I say, hey, well, you probably just did that for free now because we lost our leverage. You supposed to call me before you load so I can get the money. Because once you there, it might be a negotiation process to get there. But once you there and they don't remove the load and all that, the load is yours. They're going to do whatever it takes to make sure they put that freight on there and get you up out of there.
Right.
So if I'm calling them, and sometimes they'll be like, oh, okay, I'll send it. No, I tell my drivers, because it takes all the information is already there. They just got to change the rate. So I always tell them, I say, hey, send me an updated rate con. I'll go ahead and have my driver begin to load. And I'll say, oh, okay, how much you want? Even for the toenail, I had a guy, we were supposed to pick it up in Vegas. We had a load going from Vegas to California, to Vegas to LA. It was a short load, but I was going to have my, LA is lovely. So I was probably going to send his ass to Maine. But I was, I knew it was going to be sweet. So I'm like, okay, he go to pick up in Vegas, and he goes to get loaded. And for some reason, my driver told them that he didn't have no more straps. So we keep the straps up under the extra straps. We keep the extra straps brand new. Up under the bench in the cab, so we keep them up under the bench. So he messed that load up, and for some reason they didn't load them. So he calls me, tells they didn't. I call the broker. He gets me the toenail. Usually I don't know how much y'all toenails be, but ours usually be about 150, 200. But since they put the freight on the truck and then took the freight off the truck, I charged him half what he was gonna give me to get there. So I'm like, he's like, I'm on the phone like, hey man, it's late. I can't get another
I see you
load.
trucking in Jay.
Yeah, I'm like, hey, it's late. What's going on? They put the freight on. That's my truck. They put the freight on already. Then they took it off. So I ended up charging him, half of what it was going to take me to get to LA. And I'm like, well, shit, I just got $1 amount to get to LA. That's what it's going to cost my truck to get there anyway. Why pick up a load in Vegas when it's dead there? I could just have him go to LA. So then I just had my driver take that $1 amount, go to LA, and we got a load up out of LA for $350 amount. So I was like, okay, we won. So little stuff like that I like about OTR is, even though we might book it for this, we always able to get extra money, which helps us out with payroll and expenses.
Yeah.
And that's the difference with Amazon. You can negotiate rates and get extra money too. That's another thing.
All right, Walter, I'm gonna shoot you
All
out.
right.
I
Thank
appreciate
you. Nice talking with y'all.
All right. Thanks, Walt.
Thanks for stopping in again.
Appreciate you, Walter. All right, Trucking and Jay's coming in. But hold on, before we start with trucking, there's one thing I want to say. There's two different types of truck drivers. There's long haul OTR, and then there's local drivers. I'm a little bit more of an expert on the local stuff.
They got the regional too. Don't forget about the regional guys.
And regional, three types. I'm more of a local regional guy. I don't want to go over the road, but that doesn't mean you still can't make any money. There's XPO Logistics. You really got to beat your city. There's furniture companies, and unfortunately, a lot of the local stuff is more hands-on, kind of like Amazon. There's Amazon. There's XPO Logistics. There's furniture companies. I had this one company that wanted me to take auto parts every night to different dealerships. The only reason why I didn't take it, and it was like $2,100 a week. This is when I first started. My day one start, I could have had $2,100 a week. The only reason why I didn't take it because I didn't want to be dedicated to them and not have the opportunity to get other types of loads. Like Amazon, you can stop when you want, go when you want. XPO is like that too. It's almost like a job. JB Hunt has Final Mile. Ryder has Final Mile. There's plenty of jobs, and they pay like $4,500 to $4,700 a week.
Yeah.
You know, good money. So if
Rider
there's
pay, good
other
pay.
options, especially when you're brand new, there's other options that you have as new authorities, a little bit more hands on to make $3,000, $4,000 a week in your city. You just gotta hustle. You really gotta look for those things.
Mm-hmm.
That go back to how bad you want it. You gotta
Definitely.
be
Right.
hungry. You gotta
Yes,
it's
you
your
do.
own business.
Yeah, and I always
It's
tell
important.
people we haven't done too much what's it called, local, but can y'all either verify or correct me, but with my researches with the cost of the vehicle and everything like that, I OTR we like to make at least 1,000 a day, so at least anywhere between 5 to 7,000 a week. But with local, especially with the low mileage, you guys can aim for about 500 daily, 3,500 a week, and be straight, right?
When I
You
when I
should
do
be.
my
You
math,
should be able to.
I just signed
Okay.
up for the XPO final mile. It's actually Macy's delivery, and if they accept me, my brother will be working with me. So it's a Tuesday through Saturday, which I'll do for right now. Around 4,500 a week, and
Oh, that's
my
more than five. That's what's
my base is 500 to operate my truck at that rate.
And it's for who?
It's XPO doing
Oh,
Macy's deliveries. So my base is 500 a day, and I can live just comfortably, and it's probably 150 miles, 170 miles a day.
Yeah, and
Nothing
see, that's
crazy.
yeah, because when you break it down, what y'all making 500 a day, if you only doing 100, 200 miles a day, your fuel and all that, you're winning. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? That's why we usually price ours at about 1,000 a day because of the fuel and amount, and all that and all that stuff. So even
Yeah,
with the paying 10, because we rent, so with the 10 cent amount and all that added in, it's like okay, we need to be doing a certain amount. So yeah, I've always told my mentees that when they call me, I say if you're doing local, try to aim for 5 at least, and when you're doing OTR, just try to get
yeah,
1,000, and you'll be good.
definitely, definitely. How you doing, Trucking and
Um,
Jays?
what's going on, man? How y'all doing? Let me
All
turn the
right.
camera off, man. Y'all look in HD. I look like I'm in
Look like
old
you've been
school
smoking
TV.
over there.
Yeah, man. About to
Yeah,
upgrade my stuff after
I
the
didn't
time.
like how crispy Vic was looking in that
Yeah.
last episode.
Oh yeah. Got all kind of cannons and all kind of stuff over there, man. I'm out there
You
doing
already
my
know.
own stuff. But yeah.
what's
What's
up,
up, man?
Trucking and Jays?
Not much how y'all doing?
Pretty
Awesome.
good.
Awesome.
Yeah,
What
How's things
kind
man.
of
going for
J's
you?
you be trucking in?
Man, I'm about to start wearing my J's. We're gonna change the name to trucking and something else. I'm messing up all my this stuff this weekend.
You get some trucking and Skechers or something.
Trucking and sketches,
Right?
trucking and boots or something.
You can
Yeah,
truck in Nikes. They ain't gotta be J's.
yeah. It's funny. The name started because when me and my brother first started Nick, we
Right.
I looked down. We was doing a couple Amazon loads, and I was like, we out here trucking and J's for real. So that's where the name came from. But I used to wear the same ones honestly, but that's really all the shoes I got. So, but yeah, we don't have to. I ain't wearing my good stuff no more.
I hear that.
Get you some of them. Get you some of them Yeezy Boost 700s. They don't mess up and they comfortable.
Space
Them
boots.
the ones without the shoestring. So them don't even mess up. They can't get dirty or they perfect.
Some of them little spaceship looking shoes.
Yeah, they say 700 on the side.
Oh,
They
see
look
that?
crazy.
Yeah, that sounds like that's too much.
Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, we can write it off now.
My bad. Talking about 2D, 2D head. Yo, these people crazy. These people in these comments crazy right now, man.
What they
You
say?
over
What
there
they say?
laughing, but you mighty quiet tonight.
I'm just listening. I'm taking all the information in.
He said trucking and Crocs. I ain't see that.
But the thing is, I do have some Crocs though. Hey,
There's another thing I wanted to say. Somebody said something about getting trucks, buying trucks, and things like that. There's if you're looking for a truck and these
Turn it
prices
down.
are astronomical, and you have, I guess, the credit or the capital, there is one other option you can take. If you have a Cummins distributor in your area, vicinity, or whatever, they got a credit program where they will literally take your engine and redo the whole thing.
In fact, just
It
do
costs
two.
about 25,000. So let's say you get a truck with a blown engine for
for you too.
$5,000. You can go to Cummins and basically pay for it like a loan program monthly, and it's $25,000. They redo the whole engine, brand new.
But what I found out about that was because I called about that program.
Oh, you call? Okay.
Yeah. As soon as I called, I got all excited, filled out all the paperwork. I said, yes. So what's the year, the make and model of your truck? I gave him all that information.
Uh-huh.
Oh, Mr. Newton, yeah. That's for 53 footers. It's not for box trucks. That program is not for box trucks. I said,
Oh, really?
Man, I had filled out all the paperwork too. And they were like, yeah, it's not available for box trucks. I'm saying it's an engine, right?
Right.
It should be available for any truck engine. Like
it
was ridiculous.
Yeah. And that was Cummins?
That was for a Cummins engine, correct?
Oh
yes.
my goodness. Okay.
Yeah. I got excited. That's how I was going to get I was going to get my truck fixed through that program at first, but
wow,
I didn't know that. I had to come up out the pocket.
Okay, so when I went there, they'll sell me the parts, but they won't fix my engine, basically.
Yeah, all of that. You can get all the parts, but they're not gonna be able to apply for that program for them to redo the. Yeah, well, there was a company that was going to finance that for me. It was a program to do they'll do the engine. You pay for it out your pocket.
Yeah,
they'll do that overhaul, but as far as the financing for it, there was a company that it was a program for financing to get the engine, the Cummins engine overhaul.
Okay.
They wouldn't do it for box trucks. They wouldn't. You couldn't apply for the funds.
That's ridiculous.
For a box truck. It really was.
I get the logic somewhat because the tractor trailer is going to work day in and day out, but so is the box truck. That's the discrimination.
Box truck work day in and day out too. If I
can help it. That's the discrimination that we get on these box trucks. Like they don't carry loads. Like they don't get product to where it's supposed to go.
Right.
But it does every day.
Yes.
I can see why people starting to say that, bro.
No, don't bring that.
I mean, sometimes we go to a lot of these different, shippers and everything, and a lot of these box truck guys, they aren't professional, so
that's true.
So I think that kind of gives us a bad name also, but it does make it easier for the ones of us that are doing it. Professionally, we on time doing exactly what we say we're gonna do, and then they work with us one time, and then they realize, oh, okay, box trucks. I like to say straight trucks. When I'm booking a load, I say straight trucks. You say box truck, you think about the little trucks, and then you can't carry nothing, and you can't carry nothing. Right. So they be like, what kind of equipment you got? Well, I got a 26 straight truck, 103 by 102 dock high.
Okay, if you got the box, I got the cord. Got another box.
Say just like like it's something big. It's basically a 3-foot dry van, except for half the size. So if it's less than that, there's no reason I can't get it.
Right.
And as long as you know your measurements when you call them, and they can tell the difference between somebody, even if we hadn't been doing it that long, but you speak with that confidence about what you got, the equipment you got, and know what you're talking about, and of course do what you say you're gonna do. I think that's what works for us.
That's a good point, Trucking and Jays. You gotta know your measurements, and you gotta be knowledgeable about your truck and what you can do, what you can carry, all the way down to how much weight you can put on a truck. You gotta be ready for those conversations because that people book loads and then they get there and pick them up. Because they don't know the height of their truck. Like we know that it's 103. It's 103 to our roll-up door, right? Okay. So I think it's 98, but our roll-up door will go all the way up.
Yeah.
So when our ceiling is 103, so we can get up to 103 through our roll-up door. You gotta understand that because you'll get to a shipper and you'll lose a load because you didn't know your measurement.
Mm-hmm. Then you embarrass you feel stupid and you're scared to call on the next one. But we're with Big Bertha. We 98 at the door, and with
Big Bertha.
Yeah, that's the first truck, Big Bertha. That's my truck.
Remember our first one was Big Blue.
Oh, hey, Big Bertha, workhorse. Well, she go where she need to go. She whistle while she work.
Hey, but that's all right.
But she doing things.
Yeah,
I don't know if y'all can hear that.
Getting down the road.
We haven't named our truck.
So do you hit a decent whistling for real?
Yeah. See, well, it didn't. I don't think it's supposed to be doing it. See, I'm glad you the person that you talk to. What you think it is, Walter?
No, man. Mine do a little whistling too, man. I be hearing that whistle like it whistle when I hear that gas. It whistle. Yeah, well, man. It sounds good. As long as they keep whistling, I'm gonna keep on putting the gas to it.
Make sure the air filter box is tight. Make sure your air filter box is tight, and any other whistle is the turbo.
Okay, but see, just with that one versus the other one, see, because it didn't always do that. So it may be the bearing and the turbo going bad. Honestly, I don't want to get it checked out right now. They may try to, if it's running, I'm gonna go ahead and run it and then wait.
Well, I'm Mr. DIY, so that turbo is only like $900. But if you take it in, that's going to be like a $3,000 fix.
Okay,
like literally, that's some bolts on the side of the engine, AutoZone toolkit, and some bolts on the side of the engine to fix that.
That sounds like something I try to tackle between me and my brother. He do maintenance, so
it's not
he ain't scared to get his hands dirty and get that. So I think that's what we're trying to do.
I wanted to say when it comes to the mentality of I used to drive truck, and when it comes to the way they look at us in the straight truck, the box truck, it's a brotherhood when it comes to the trucks. They're CDL, they feel they're better. They all know each other. It's a brotherhood with them. So we're coming in without having to go through the gauntlet, the test, the class. You know what I'm saying? The backing up of the trailer. So we're coming in and kind of getting their loads or their partials or whatever, and not having to go through the same things that they went through. So that's why they look at us kind of different, because we didn't go through the gauntlet like they did. But I went through that gauntlet. I had my CDL. It wasn't all that great. You know what I'm saying? The box truck it's easier. You know what I'm saying? It's easier to get to, easier to maneuver. Now, I done seen some people tear them up. They don't do that overhead thing. Don't know that the truck is 13.4 and they're going under 13. You're going to tear off the top of your truck. I see that happen. But
that's right.
That's part of the problem when it comes to the industry right now is with the CDL drivers, and even these new people who've been driving cars all their lives are now getting into a box truck, and that's a big death vehicle if you don't know what you're doing. Right. So that's why I made the video about people slowing down, because while I'm on the highway, hey, listen, 65 is my max, man. I don't care what you say. Right. I ain't getting no tickets for nobody. I ain't crashing. I'm going home. So
I can't say all that.
These trucks
do a little light 75. Right. I'm doing a light 75. A little light 75.
After 65 miles an hour, check your fuel mileage. You need to calculate. After 65 miles an hour, you're eating into your money. The truck is actually most efficient at 65 miles an hour. So the second you start doing 75, wind resistance, unless you're tracking right behind another truck, you're now eating into your money. So there was a video on YouTube. This company out in Canada, he did this, 2 guys running the same amount of loads with the same type of truck. One guy, his pay was like $1,500 after the week, and the other guy was over $3,000 because the other one guy spent most of that money in fuel because he was running 75. When the other guy, he was running like 65, 66. So especially you trucking out the box, the distances that you run, you need to make sure your guys are getting up on time instead of speeding.
Trust me, we can see everything. We'll keep trucking. We
see that's right.
Going, everything.
That's right. Hard brakes and all that. I get tired of those emails. Stop telling me I'm hard braking, man. This person hopped in front of me.
I think we need to do
we got the video on. We got the cameras too.
Oh yeah.
And do a video on that, like see how many miles I drive in the week and do no more than 65. If I'm late, WJ, I'm blaming on you. But 65 the whole week, you know what I mean, for like 2,500 miles, and then the next week do my regular 69 and a half, 70 every now and again.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do that 70 and 75 though, man. Until it make my pocket feel funny, I'm gonna have to keep on doing it.
I'm ready to get home. I can't lie to you.
The box truck does carry better fuel
economy. These new trucks got governors on it, so in the Ryder trucks you can't go faster than 65 anyways. But
right.
What budget ours is on
next,
at
Cooper.
75. But that 2015 we was able to do like 80, 85.
Yeah. We had that 2015, we was able to do the dash.
Now they got governors on them nowadays, so you can't even do that anymore.
But I ain't gonna lie, you in a box truck and you do past 80, That motherfucker got the.
It starts shaking.
He got the rumbling. I'm in the truck scared as hell. Like, wait a minute, slow down. She talking about the speed limit 80. I'm only doing 85. I'm like, yo, where we at? This motherfucker
I've
going
never seen a
85
box truck do 85.
That thing will blow past you.
Yeah, I know y'all got somebody else waiting, man. I appreciate y'all
She
letting me
left.
jump on him with you. Oh, she
Cooper,
gone?
come back.
Thanks for stopping by, Trucking and J's. Y'all make sure
sure.
y'all subscribe to his channel now.
No problem.
Yeah,
I
I'm gonna hit
appreciate
you up
that.
tomorrow
Appreciate
though.
that.
Appreciate
Okay,
it,
cool.
man.
Oh yeah, I meant to say
All right,
Big
bro.
Still is up today, y'all.
What?
No,
Big
no,
Still
no,
is.
no.
I'm just kidding. I know he had to do
Not
this.
tell them about that right now. Now.
I know
Nah.
he had to do this. I know that.
Yeah, I had to do this. I was getting back from Atlanta. What else I had to do? I had to do something. Oh, I was editing this video. I want to get this video right because I'm gonna be going to Connecticut next week, so I won't be able to do nothing. So I'm getting all videos out the way. But y'all video we gonna get y'all video. Hopefully y'all free tomorrow. Or you on the road?
I'm not yet, but I know Nick is. He will be first thing in the morning.
Okay.
I see what time you get back, but yeah, man, we appreciate all y'all.
All right,
For
all right,
sure.
appreciate you, man.
Hey, you guys, I'm finna be out, man. It's good meeting you guys, everybody.
We know how you do, Walter. We're waiting on you.
You got some work to do. It's always work.
Walter would do you don't do the full concert, you do a walkthrough.
Hey, there you go, man. You know me, bro. Hey, I'm off. Hey, man, we love y'all. Y'all be safe, man.
All right, Walter. Take it easy, man.
All right, Walt.
Cooper's Transportation LLC. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Well, Miss Christy knows me well. I aggravate the crap out of her.
All day,
Call
every
her all
day.
night.
All day, every day.
All day. So I have a question. I done asked Miss Christy. She told me to get y'all opinions. So my authority went active October the 15th. And I've already ordered Keep Trucking and got the ELD on the way. However, the ELD is on back order. They provided me with an order confirmation certificate and stated that was okay to keep in the truck if I get stopped by DOT and to keep my daily logbook. Just keep that in the truck and keep that updated. How do y'all feel that that's risky to go over the road just with that daily logbook without that ELD?
No. You'll be fine with that daily logbook.
You'll be fine.
Yeah, but you can still. So what I'm glad you just brought that up. I got a driver. We switched them out from a Ford to a 2022 to a Freightliner 2022, and we didn't have the extra ELD piece with us. So what we had him do was he had to. You could still get on Keep Trucking and do your thing manual too. I don't know if y'all know that. So you can get on Keep Trucking.
Device yet though? She don't have. They have
No. Right. So without the device, you can still get on Keep Trucking and go to on duty, go to driving, go to off duty.
Basically fill out a logbook online.
Yeah, and as long as you got your location on, it'll track it. So that way, when you get pulled over by DOT, you can still actually show them your ELD.
Yeah.
So you can show them that certificate they gave you too.
Yeah, and as long as you got a they called it a proof of sale. So as long as you got a proof of sale,
That's what the certificate is.
Yeah. So as long as you got your proof of sale, you got your showing them when your ELD post coming all that, and that you actually did buy it, and then you got your driver, you or your driver actually logging into Keep Trucking, doing their logs right. You good? Cause that paper thing, I mean, that's cool and all, but you might as well just do it.
Yeah,
just do it.
I don't like it.
Yeah, but it's backup though. I agree. It's a headache. But according to the FMCSA,
you have to have it.
If your ELD is down,
you gotta have that for backup.
Have 8 days worth of paperwork. So you get on the road, but you gotta keep those records. You gotta have that log.
Yeah, you
I come from the log. By the time I got finished with my CDL, we were still doing log books. I hated it then. I hate it now. But yeah, I come from the log. It's nothing but.
I don't care what kind you got. They got them at the truck stop.
They got them. They definitely have them.
Yep.
For $3, make sure you have at least 8 days worth in your truck.
Right. And see,
I have a couple in my truck.
Yeah, that one you showed at the top, that's the kind we got. It's
yeah,
a
that's
month
what I got
in
too.
those. It's a month in those.
Right, it is.
This one too.
I have that one too. Yeah.
And if they're taking too long, I mean, there's other types of keep trucking is great, but there's other types of ELDs out there.
Yeah.
So there's a ton of them. They're
Oh,
just
and
getting.
they
You know.
sell, and I didn't
Don't
know
mess up
this.
my referral.
No, I'm
Yeah,
saying
yeah,
while she's running, you know what I'm saying. You can always
yeah,
send something back.
right. And I
Use
didn't
it for
know
a little
this
bit, then send
until
it back.
Don't
I didn't
listen.
know this until the
Listen,
other
Megan. Don't listen to them. I mentor her. Don't.
I didn't we didn't know this until the other day, but Pilot and Flying J's, they sell Keep Trucking ELD.
Oh,
Since where?
Yeah, so when you go to a Pilot, some of them, obviously they're right, they might be sold
Not
out.
over here.
But when you go to, well, y'all in Atlanta, you can't get nothing in Georgia, period. It's
You know
dead
what
over
they
here.
got? You know what they got? I can't even think of the name of it. But
Garmin?
I got one in there. It's
Garmin?
no, it's a real rinky dink one. The Pilot does have ELDs, but if you purchase it, you cannot return it. Even if it don't work, you cannot return it. So I purchased it and it was in 30 days. And Transflow, thank you, Kevin. They have Transflow and it's so rinky dink. I purchased it, waiting on Keep Trucking. It was within 30 days. I tried to take it back. They said they could. Pilot cannot.
No bueno, huh?
Even if something is wrong with it, you have to call Transflow. So I called Transflow, and Transflow said that they couldn't refund my money back. There was basically nothing that they could do. So I said, well, what if I decide to give this to somebody that can use it? They said that once you purchase it and sign up with it, you can't even give it to somebody else.
Wow.
Yeah. So I don't encourage buying from the truck stop because they won't take it back.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, I had because I had to mail him the cord to his hotel, and I don't know, man. It was weird. They tried to say the cord because he hooked it up and was double green. Everything was good, but I couldn't see him tracked on my thing. So they tried to say he needed a different cord, and that's when the Keep Trucking guy told me to go to truck stop, and they had those cords. So
and they had the ELDs too.
Yeah, they had Keep Trucking cords and they had Keep Trucking ELDs.
Well, I've been getting. He's called me twice now. What AV Technology just said about a cell phone company. So Verizon has been contacting me about my ELD. They have an ELD that they're selling. My only problem with it is he said it's hardwired to the truck versus just the 6 or 9 connector.
That might be good.
But it's cheaper. It's actually cheaper than Keep Trucking.
When I was looking for before I went with Keep Trucking, I was contacted Verizon because I used to work for them and I have their service, and it was like $40 a month for Verizon, but it was the cost to put the equipment that deterred me, plus the fact that we were getting a rental truck and they actually have to come and install it, right?
Yeah.
And if you get another rental truck, they have to come, take it out, and put it in the next truck. So that was a bit much.
Yeah, that's not practical for a rental at
Right.
all. Even if it is cheaper, it's not practical because they gotta do it themselves versus you. Because I'm like, I do all my own work. Can I install it? He's like, nah, we got to come do it. I was like, well, that's not practical for me. Even though I own my truck, that's not practical for me.
Plus the fact that you're under contract with Verizon.
And that's for the hardwire though, right?
Yeah.
I think it's a 2-year contract with Verizon. So
Trucking and J's, how is it a contract with Verizon?
Well, I mean, it was an we had a long agreement with Keep Trucking, but you can cancel at any time.
You had you had a contract with Keep Trucking?
No, it wasn't no contract.
No, I don't have. I have a 3-month deal, so every 3 months it renews.
Yeah, so ours is like a agreement. I think it was an agreement, but it ain't no penalties or no fees if you cancel.
Okay.
Yeah, I need to cancel one of mine because when I sold my other truck, I still have my other ELD sitting back there.
And you still paying up by the month for it, big money?
Yeah, $35. I'm about to send it back in.
That's why I got rid of all of those low boys. So I'm not even looking at them, and they coming out my account every week. I'm like, my husband was like, why? you didn't pay no bills this month. Why the money went down to this? And I'm like, I don't know. Stuff just coming out.
Yeah, you got to keep track of all that stuff, especially when you first get started. You like, let me sign up for this. Let me sign up for that. Let me get this load board. Man, listen, you better calm down a little bit. You can be like, we got $500-$600 done came out of that thing, and yeah, for stuff you're not even using. So keep an eye on that stuff that you're signing up for.
I gotta go through mine personally and see because we paying for stuff I don't even know I got legal shield and all.
No, I mean, if it ain't me, she look at the account every day, all day. She'll hear me, and then we got so much coming in and out. She'll be like, we dropped from this to this. What's going on? Call budget. Wait a minute. Budget the hell.
Call budget, huh?
Call budget. I'm like, okay.
Because every time I look, it's always budget. I'm like, they overcharging us or something. I need my money back.
Right. You gotta watch them.
You gotta watch budget.
You gotta watch budget.
You gotta watch them. But every time I call, she'll send me a copy. Like, okay, nope, it was boom, 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 and then and I'm like, damn, man. How did it equal 931? She's like, nigga, you did 3,000 miles. I'm like, okay, shit. I'm like, okay, that sounds right. Okay.
Look, don't be like me. I'm on the phone with budget. Okay, it's $500 a week and 18 cents a mile. You said it's 9 what? Okay.
Right.
500 and that mileage don't add up.
Yeah.
Now she want to talk about taxes and surcharges.
Yeah.
Now she want to talk about you didn't tell me it was gonna be surcharge for this and surcharge for that, and they looking at me like, "Ma'am, you a business? Why are we having this? No, I need to know where my money goes."
Yeah, we right. The same way. We the same every day. We got so much coming in and out of the account. It's like
I'm looking at him like we're gonna have to give a few of these trucks back. That's not my income.
Oh man.
I know that's right.
It'd be heavy.
Got any other questions, Cooper?
I don't, but I just want to take the time and thank each and every one of you guys for all the information y'all put out there. Miss Chrissy, for you putting up with me calling you 4 in the morning. Big Vic, trucking out the box. What's the other couple right here? Trucking out the box, box truck couple, and Jay's World. I appreciate you guys with all the information y'all got out there. If it wasn't for you guys, my company wouldn't be where it's at. I'm not the one personally driving. Miss Chrissy, no, it's my son. He's driving, and I'm the one handling all the back office paperwork for him, and he's the one out there on the road, and we trying to get everything up and rolling. And I appreciate you guys with all the information y'all putting out there.
So before you hang up,
thanks for watching.
Before you hang up, Maggie, this is the one that I was saying, and this is for the people in the chat room. Like, Maggie called for what, a week before they found you a truck?
It was over. It was a couple of weeks.
But how often did you call?
Every day.
Maggie, I know she called all day every day because she called me all day. Maggie drove from South Carolina to Alabama to pick up her truck. Okay. She was ready. She was hungry. So she picked that phone, and she's a realtor. So she don't have time, but she called every day until somebody found her a truck. And she's on the load board at 7 in the morning, and she don't stop till she been finding her son loads off the debt load board. Amazon debt loads in the daytime, Amazon loads at night. So she is a testament to, if you want it, you gotta go get it, y'all. You have to go get it. You can't look on the debt load board. Pick up the debt load board at 9 o'clock at night and think you gonna find you 9 o'clock in the morning and think you're gonna find your load. The loads is gone at 9 o'clock in the morning.
That's right.
They gone. You gotta arrange your schedule to how this trucking thing work, right? You gotta be willing. Amazon run loads at night. You can't start looking at load. Well, you can, but we don't look for loads at 2 o'clock in the afternoon thinking I'm going to find something. I start looking for loads later on in the day because Amazon loads run overnight. If it's a load on the load board at 2 o'clock, it's going to be for $200. Okay? So you got to adjust your schedule, and you gotta go out, man. 3 weeks, and Maggie and them are killing it. So you got to do the same.
And they say the time is it's supposed to be 8 a.m. no matter wherever you located, right? Or is it 8 a.m. Eastern? Because I mean 8 p.m. I meant to say they say it's 8 to 8, right? You need to be on the board 8 to 8 when it comes to Amazon.
So I mean, I don't know. I've never heard that, but we honestly we start. I look at the load board throughout the day to see if I can find something decent. Like if we know we're gonna run an Amazon load, I'll find something decent as early as I can get it because the goal is to be wide up and wide awake throughout the night when the real money hit the board.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
that's how we do it, right? We're gonna pick up something light, but we ain't gotta go far. It's paying decent and it's an early pickup because while I'm still out, when that $800 load hit the board, I want to be close enough to hurry up and go back and get it. So that's what we do.
I'm
You
glad there's only 97 people listening right now.
When do you post your truck?
huh?
When do you post your truck?
That was a gem right
Never
there.
post my
Yeah.
truck. I don't like surprises. I personally don't
I
like.
know that's right.
We posted our truck like a week ago, and we got a $220 load.
That's why I don't like using postal truck.
It went, and it would have been fine if it was a 10 or 11 o'clock pickup because we picked up at ATL 6 and took it to Duluth. It was like a 40 mile.
Oh, wait. They got you can put the minimum dollar amount and the minimum per mile.
Correct. Yeah, you can.
So
And
why you get 200?
I just put $4 or $5 a mile, and I didn't put a minimum dollar amount.
I put $4-5 a mile, $500.
I didn't put that amount. I just put $4 or $5 a mile.
Yeah.
Right, but
Oh,
how many postal truck orders you get when you do that though?
Me?
Yeah.
It hit because I only do it from Vic. Well, I think Georgia is pretty good too, but I only do that in Portland, Washington, Alabama.
No. So you're not talking about Amazon.
No, I'm
You're
talking
talking about
Amazon.
you talking about Amazon?
Yeah.
Okay,
I've never seen a load hit the board for $4 or $5 a mile that paid out that much.
But y'all
Right.
In Atlanta, the more the mile rate per mile, the shorter the load.
Okay, but I'm talking about like so y'all know that. Well, I know y'all just do local, but damn, I know y'all know about like Connecticut, Ohio, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, for sure.
Right, where
Okay. So my trucks be in them areas. That's the only time even Minnesota. That's the only time I even glance at Amazon. And it's no issue. They already be having it posted for that damn near $298.
Right. Yeah, so you're not really going too much.
Yeah, and then
let me tell you, I was on a consultation. I'm gonna spoil the video, but this is how we lost our score. I'm on the phone and I'm teaching somebody how to do poster truck and accidentally hit the confirm button and literally canceled it 2 seconds later, and it still booked a load, a good paying load in North Chicago. And that was the fight of my life. Video coming soon. But that was the fight of my life because Amazon don't care if you in Atlanta and you accidentally booked a load in Chicago. They feel like it's still your fault and it's a rejection.
Yeah.
But, literally 2 seconds and it had already booked a load. And I did the minimum. I did the minimum rate per mile, and I also did the minimum payout on that one. And it booked it instantly. But for mine, when I was doing it for real, we just wanted to see what would happen if we posted a truck, and it grabbed it really quick, and it only went 43 miles. And see, the goal was grab a quick early poster truck. It would have been fine at 220 if it was picking up at 10 o'clock at night.
Right.
I'm only going 43 miles, and then what we'll do is circle back around and post up at the site until we could have went and took a nap at Amazon.
Right.
Until a load hit the board.
Yeah, see, I still look at the algorithm. I'm thinking that's what you're talking about, Vic. I still look at when I do it, if it say in the past 6 weeks only one person has got a load like this, then I change it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but nah, man. We're OTR, so it's different. But we're in Minnesota, Chicago. Like I said, that time we're in Alabama. Oregon is lovely. Washington, Milwaukee. Like I said, I think I said Minnesota already. Ohio, the Carolinas. Like when we're in them areas, Pennsylvania or Connecticut, Amazon is lovely to us over there. So, and we don't even have the scores y'all have. We don't have A, B. We don't have that. We have no score, just only seeing 1,000 overall lows, including semis. So we're just only seeing a little bit. We don't have early access, none of that. And we'll hop on there and do post a truck, and we'll get a load. We don't have an issue.
Court, let me tell you, it's a guy I mentor named Amir up in Philadelphia, and he be running Connecticut, New York, New Jersey, and um Pennsylvania. And he sometimes has ran 3 loads in one evening. That's
Can
how
do
the
that.
loads are coming in that area, and they paying well.
Right.
Grab a load at 8, come back and get a load at 11:30, 12 o'clock, and then be back for a 4 o'clock load. And he has made $1,800 in one night.
Wow.
Oh yeah,
It's not like that in Atlanta.
See, that's why our plan was to move to Atlanta, but y'all don't got good.
You don't want to do that. You don't want to do
We're
that.
not doing that. We're not. That's been dead. But see, yeah. So whenever I done had drivers in Appleton, just different little parts of Georgia. Cause again, see y'all. Well, I ain't gonna say y'all, but people get on YouTube and they making it seem like the South and the East is sweet. It's not sweet. Like to me, it's not sweet with OTR. It might be sweet with that Amazon. Well, I done had drivers in South Carolina. Like I said,
Virginia was dead too.
Virginia, like even I think we don't
For
see
Amazon, Virginia was
lows
dead?
booming out there. And when I'm watching, even they say the Midwest. I mean, I don't know. It's not as sweet as people be making it seem. I don't know if they talking about Amazon and I'm just mishearing them. But when it comes to OTR, the South and the East is not where it's at to us. Maybe you got dedicated freight or Amazon. I don't know, but when we looking at the board out there on DAT,
in South Carolina, it was
y'all
probably
paying
2 loads.
Yeah, it's no lows, and then the lows y'all is paying, it's like it's less than $2 a mile, and it's like that ain't it.
Yeah, Virginia is real funny. This is a very industrial area as far as warehouses go. We got tons of them here, and when I look on the load board and I can't find nothing that can fit into a box truck, we have, I want to say, between Northern Virginia, Central Virginia, where I'm at, in the beach area, I think we have maybe 10 Amazon facilities here, and I still don't see loads paying well, and that's due to the hustler mentality here. Dudes would take anything. Cost of living isn't that crazy here, especially when you get out into the country. $400 for a rent, so $300 a night to do you, but they don't know that there's more money on the table. So I meet people with trucks. Guy said he was working at a company for $12. No, he said he was working there for 12 years, and his biggest paycheck in 12 years was $700 in a week. And I'm like, why are you still there? But that's just the area that I'm in. People, they hustle like that. 12 years, his biggest paycheck was $700.
You could went to the post office and got more.
They want to smoke, they want to drink, they want to do what they want to do. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the way with this area around here. People don't want to, be uncomfortable. So it is what it is.
Well, it's 9:32. I got a 10:45 load I got to grab.
Oh, you should have been asleep, boy.
I should have been, right? But
Okay,
I'm trying to get that time.
Minutes, it'll be 3 hours.
We hit them for 2 hours and 30 minutes. So we been pretty proficient here.
Yeah.
102 people watching.
Came up. I mean,
101.
We got 102 people, and y'all better ask the questions while you can.
Yeah.
Yeah. Vic, you doing December, or is we doing December?
December. What's December? December.
He might be out of town. Go ahead, say
I
it.
will be out of town. I'm taking my granddaughter to Disney World. Then we'll probably be bringing New Year's in Vegas.
We getting it.
Okay.
Oh, link up.
Yeah. Well, how far y'all from Vegas?
Hey, don't worry. We'll all be there because you're bringing the camera, right?
Word. I'll probably be in Vegas. I think I'm bringing a New Year in Vegas this year. So.
Hey, we can link up.
Yeah, we've never brought New Year's in Vegas. We've been there for, I think, was it Christmas? I think it was. Yeah, so we're gonna do it. We're gonna do that this time. Yeah.
Okay, meet up at the
Yeah.
Cosmo.
Yeah. Where's that? Where's that at?
That's right on the strip.
Oh, you
Cosmopolitan.
talking about the hotel?
Cosmopolitan.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
ain't
we
no
can do
telling.
that. That'll be
Pull,
sweet.
pull up somewhere out there, man. See what's
Okay,
going
say
on.
less.
I'm driving the box truck out there. I'm just kidding.
Look, never mind.
If I could find a $3,800 load to bring me out to Cali or something for $4,000, I'll probably drive it out there.
Pay for the vacation,
That's what
man.
it's paying. That's what it's paying from
Yeah,
Georgia. Every
yeah.
time we done went to Georgia, we done got $4+ grand. Every time.
Yeah. I'm
Well,
flying.
he
Though. I'm
about,
definitely
you
not
know,
gonna
they
drive.
about to be dispatching. They can get you a load. They get you over there and get you back. Pay for the whole trip.
Right.
Oh,
Pay
man.
for my trip too. Shit.
Big,
Yeah.
big. I think I'm a peace out with you too. I hear my husband fork scraping the plate in there. And I
Scrape.
And I'm gonna have to make a little 8 o'clock meal.
cooked earlier, but it's time to eat now.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
How we gonna
if we
end this thing then?
I mean, so if we do it next month,
And then
How
the last
I
month,
probably still can do it next month though.
Yeah, because I'm
I
thinking.
just be out there.
Let me know how y'all feel.
How about we talk about this in the group chat?
Yeah, we can do that. We can do that. We can do that.
Yeah.
Unless we want to talk about all the plans right now.
I know, Christy.
I got some updates. We can talk about them right here if y'all want to. We got big things coming. Y'all got to stay tuned. We gonna figure out who's next month. We gonna keep this live rolling, you guys.
Yeah.
Appreciate everybody for tapping in.
The news, you
And
got business.
before we get out of here, you know what I'm saying? Because we're gonna cut out with y'all too. I'm sure WJ ready to roll too. I just want to say that I love the trucking game and I love what trucking has, done for myself and my family. I was watching. I'm probably sure all y'all fans of the BMF. I was watching the BMF and I like when Terry looked at Meech and he said,
I was supposed to be watching that, but I'm on this live. But go ahead.
Okay, yeah. I like
Don't ruin it now.
I like in the finale of BMF, he said, Terry, the brother, he looked at Big Meech and he said, I'm trying to create something that's, for the family, and I'm trying to create something generational, and that's what we trying to do, man. So even for like the box truck couple, they say, hey, we trying to grow the piggy bank. I mean, that's something that they can lead their offspring and their family or whoever, they can help out family and friends and stuff with that, if it come down to it. And so same thing with us, we're trying to, build a company, but even just in between time and now, we're able to have something that if something was to ever happen to us, we can pass it down. So, we, growing up, our situations was different, me and my wife, but, me personally, I ain't have an issue with authority or nothing like that, but 9 to 5, it just really wasn't for me. And then with her, it wasn't for her for different reasons, being on her feet and, having the type of job. She's worked at the prison. She's worked at, the post office and the healthcare and different things like that. So she's been like really doing stuff, so with us having this, we can technically, we working long days, but it pay off. I got a birthday coming up, and, we plan on doing it big for my birthday. Like he said, Christmas coming, these things coming up. So for us to be able to play Santa Claus and do all these things for the family, for Christmas and stuff like that, I mean, it really feel good. They say the average millionaire needs 7 streams of income.
That's right. This
is one business where you can have 7 streams of income. Like, that is amazing to us.
True.
So, I mean, just the thought of that and how we was able to, I watch Kobe Pegway all the time, and I know, I like to put him in a different category and on a different level. But when I'm listening to him and when I hear about his background and how he started year 1, year 2, from year 3 and I think he's in year 4, he always talks about how he took the L year 1. And how he took the L year 2, and how he tried to expand too fast, and how he tried to put his cousin in the truck versus, someone else. So us all not being in competition and being able to watch each other and being able to get different sauce and game from each other, our peers, our elders, and other people that's been in the game even longer than us, we able to do this a little bit different. I mean, look at the screen. We all black. We not your average fat with tobacco chew in the mouth, and you know what I'm saying. We're not your average truck drivers. This is different. We got sauce. I just was watching. We all got different introductions and different style and swag. Like, oh boy, he said I'm trucking the J's. Like, come on, this is sauce. We doing this different, and I just really appreciate the game and what it's able to do for us, not just now, but what we plan to do in the long run. So I appreciate all y'all. If y'all can subscribe to my channel, click the like on this one, and continue to support us, and we'll continue giving back what the trucking game has gave us. So I appreciate
It's
y'all.
life changing. It's been life changing, man. It's been life changing. Like, all I gotta say is, y'all hear me say it in the videos all the time. Stop listening to what everybody telling you about this and that about trucking, and don't go get this and don't go get that. Listen, this is saturated, and let me say it
It's
for the
not
last
really.
time. You cannot saturate a $790 billion a year logistics industry, okay? So
You look at the
stop listening
statistics.
to everybody saying, man, everybody getting trucks. Ain't no
Yeah,
more trucks. Let me tell you who getting trucks right now. The hungry people.
yeah.
The hungry people finding trucks. Somehow, some way they find the trucks.
If you look at the numbers before the
Trucks
pandemic,
still selling.
we were already a few 100,000 truckers short in America. Since the pandemic, that number has grown. Look at the statistics. The statistics say we're still short even with all the new people that has come in. We're still short in the
Yeah.
trucking industry. That's why you have such delays at Walmart. Amazon has their stuff together when it comes to their logistics, but Walmart, Target, your grocery stores. I mean, none of us are in the reefers. That's a whole nother avenue. Then there's hot shots. There's all types of stuff. I mean, it's just too much money out there, man. It's just too much.
That's right.
And we sharing sauce, before box show come. I know you want to slip in there, but we are. If y'all notice when y'all watch our channel, we all might have the same basis, but we all talking about different things. And then y'all notice we ain't. I mean, like he just said, man, this is almost $1 trillion industry. We can't hog $1 trillion between us. So
Yeah,
it's nothing for us to give y'all the sauce or give our partners the sauce or our family the sauce. Y'all can either get it the slow way by watching our channel, watching every video, going back, or if y'all want to get it fast and y'all want to get it a little bit more hands-on, get a course or get some type of mentorship or consultation from any of us. We're all doing, a little bit of the same and a little bit of different things, and you can put that with your own spin and be able to really, get yourselves going. So one thing that we weren't able to get in, and I'm not sure about you guys, but you guys can feel free to comment in, but we didn't have the accessibility to get a mentor. We didn't trust anyone enough to get
Right.
a,
Exactly.
a consultation. We felt we got scammed when we paid somebody $200 for a dispatch. We never used that bum. You know what I'm saying? So it's different. You know what I'm saying? This is a $1 trillion industry. It's nothing for us to share sauce. Me giving you the broker, Christy telling us how to get a dedicated tire route, Big telling us how to get a new truck, how to deal with this, how to have different avenues and stuff like that. It don't affect them at all. Us having a tire contract does not affect Christy at all. Y'all dealing with the same brokers I deal with, OTR. It don't affect me at all. So us being able to share this sauce, being able to share the game, I mean, that's another big thing. This ain't like no other industry. We talked about it in the last joint live we did. She mentioned this ain't the dope game. This ain't nothing to live. In the dope game,
Somebody
you're
said, go
not
get
about to,
your
even
load.
just minor if y'all smoking and doing little different things out there. Y'all not about to be able to get y'all plug because they want to be able to tax you. This game is different. You can hop right in, and me and you can deal with the same connect, the same affiliate, the same have the same relationships, and us not ever cross paths at all. So definitely think about getting into this game, especially if you got 10, 15,000 saved up. This is a way to boss up and hit 6 figures within a few months.
5,000. We
Absolutely.
started this business with 5,000. If you have a desire to be a business owner, if you have a desire to make this happen, you're going to make it happen. If you can dream it, you can achieve it. There is
That's right.
no other industry where you can be an owner operator. And I get this question. I'm just going to put y'all on the spot right now because I get this question. Y'all
I
slide
love
in
y'all.
my DMs. And by
I
the
love
All
you.
way,
I
right, Vic.
see y'all.
have a
I
good
got it up. All right,
Y'all
y'all too.
slide in my DMs and y'all email me this question off camera all the time. I'm finna say it. You don't need a background check for the FMCSA.
That's right.
You can get your authority. You don't need a background check.
That's right.
You don't need a background check, okay, for Amazon Relay to sign you up. DAT
You are a business.
checking your background check, okay? This has nothing to do with your record. You don't need to take a drug test or nothing,
Man, talk to
okay?
him. Talk to him.
Stop being scared about the what ifs. It really doesn't matter to me. All right. If I had to, if I allowed fear to hold me back because of the what ifs, those same things that y'all be sliding in my DMs and asking me, does the DOT people do? I wouldn't be here. Okay. We all have a past. We all have a history. I wouldn't be here. Stop
Yep.
being afraid. If
Yep.
you can dream it, you can achieve it. Don't, and honestly, it's people working for big companies with a background and they running the background checks and saying they clear.
Yep.
So take a chance on you, bet on you. This business is a $1 billion industry. If you want a piece of the pie, take the steps. Stop depending on other people. Get out the DAT load board booking Amazon loads. I don't care what nobody say. Amazon books their own loads. Okay? Stop allowing other people to get paid off you. Get your own. If you want to be successful, God bless the child that has his own. Everybody in this room tonight, me, Big Vic, TV, WJ's World, Trucking Out the Box, and Trucking in J's have been in here and we are available for each and every one of you. If you have questions, it doesn't matter who you reach out to. It
Sure.
doesn't matter. Reach out to us. We got you. Okay. We love you guys, man. We want to see you successful. It's not easy having no YouTube channel. We have businesses that we're running. We have consultations that we're doing. We have mentors and programs that we're running. And we still turn on the camera and edit video for you guys.
Show you what
So,
it's like.
it's not because it's not just a stream of income. It's because we genuinely want to help you and want you to be successful. So if you want a piece of the pie, just come get it, man. Stop being held back. Come get
Yeah,
this.
and they could tell. I'm glad you brought that up, Box Truck Couple. I compliment y'all all the time. I just had an hour long conversation with you, WJ, and I don't know how y'all able to do so much.
Yeah.
You got side businesses. Your husband got side businesses. Then y'all got trucking, but you're able to produce content at a rapid rate, and you can just tell y'all genuine. You're producing good content. So it's
And
like
I have
you can tell.
22 mentees that call me all night long. 22 of them. They call
There
me
it
all night long.
I get
is.
I'm
Instagram
on
messages.
FaceTime. We on FaceTime telling people how to load a truck because people don't know. We on FaceTime on your first Amazon load.
Yeah.
It's not easy. So don't take it for granted. Take advantage of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm hitting messages
Checking out the boss
all
with his
day.
head down. He was like, not me. Not me.
No, we listen. We be having it's the same thing with us. Like we have, we got we real busy too. And with us, one thing this trucking company, this trucking business has allowed us to do is it's allowed us to scale fast but appropriately and consistent. We've been consistent with what we've been doing, but we help people. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, y'all, I don't know if you guys have had a chance, but our guy Ryan, he's like, one of the the focal points of our program. He was the
He got a
first one to grab.
channel.
Yeah, he got a
I just
channel.
subscribed to him. I just
Yeah,
subscribed to
so
him. Good for him.
yeah, and that's like I wish I could I don't want to say too much about him because that's part of his story and part of some content that he could be able to put out there. But if you guys are subscribed to him and just really check him out, I mean he's consistent. He stayed down. Listen, y'all, I'm gonna be real. Ryan was one of our first people to join our driving program. we didn't know how. We didn't know we were underpaying him. We were underpaying him. He stuck with it. Ryan probably had the most. His pay increased probably $250, $300 within a 30-day span weekly because we didn't know how to do it and how to do it right, but we did end up doing that. I mean, we even trained him his first load. I was there with him side by side, so that was also a different progress. So to see him stay down, come from where he's come, and he's 21 years old, to come from where he's come from, to have all of our connects, all of our affiliates, and for him to be doing what he's doing right now. I mean, he's already looking for his second truck, trying to put a driver into it. He's worked with us for maybe 3-4 months. He's been on his own, maybe a couple of weeks, going on a month. And like I said, he's trying to get another truck for peak season. So this is something like I said, man, that you guys can be a part of, felon or not, no matter what your background is, no matter if you were working at the post office or you had entrepreneurship background like myself, or maybe somebody else that just got out of prison. I've had so many people. My last one person that just was in a part of my mentorship, he did 15 years in prison. I put him on a truck. He got the experience. His authority is already active. He's rolling. So
the trucking industry. The trucking industry is one of the most forgiving industries for felons.
Yeah,
one of the most forgiving.
Prison reform, man. So this is this is big, y'all. It don't matter, what y'all trying. And we young. We the young out of Big Vic, Box Truck Couple, WJ. We the youngest doing. My girl younger than me. So, it's just something that y'all could do, at 21, 24, 25 years old, 30 years old, and y'all can do what y'all do. Y'all can either do it like how we doing it, trying to scale, or if y'all already kind of cool, like the Box Truck Couple continue to say, hey, we just trying to grow our piggy bank. We doing what we doing. We making this and we making this happen so we can have capital for this. Y'all could do that too. I know a few people that are part of my mentorship that say, hey, I'm just trying to hop in so I can advance my music career. I'm just trying to hop in and get enough money so I can advance this. Or I want to advance my channel and then turn my channel into this. So it's a lot of different things that y'all could be a part of, just by gaining the type of capital that you can get in this type of industry. So, again, man, I appreciate everything that Trucking Gang gave to us, and we giving it right back to y'all. Y'all can get it the slow way by watching our channel when we ain't busy and we able to upload content. We got another video coming tomorrow about us going to buy a semi truck. Or, y'all can get it the fast way by joining either us or one of the other channels and buying their time, which is appropriate, because we all busy as hell. So y'all can either, do it like that and buy somebody's time and get it the fast way and get a little bit more hands-on and also possibly get some experience. So
absolutely.
Right.
Yeah, so we out of here. WJ, you wanna close it out, man? I noticed you're live. You wanna close it out?
Yeah. I just hit 1,000 subscribers, so I want to thank everybody who subscribed. Appreciate that.
Hold on, tell them how we hold on, let me get on face.
Popping bottles over there.
We popped them all easy. We popped them all easy for WJ. You know what I'm saying? 1,000 subscribers. Shout out to everybody out there. Yeah.
Appreciate
I can't wait to link with y'all. We're gonna be in the A soon.
Hey, real talk. We had already, Big Vic was over at the house the other day. We had already said we wasn't having no conversation on live until he hit 1,000 subscribers.
Okay, let's do it.
You guys they came through. They showed up and showed out before we even got to the live. We ain't even
got to it. Already hit it.
You know it was that promotion. It was the
that promotion.
They're like, let me subscribe.
So, we all trying to produce great content for people, help the community out. Whoever wants it, come get it, man. There's plenty of opportunity and enough opportunity for everybody right now. But only the strong will survive in this. So if you one of those people, don't be afraid, man. You got to jump. You got to learn to leap.
Yeah. Wait till you fill out that monetization paperwork. and you get that green dollar sign.
Yeah, I can't wait to see that.
Videos hit different after that.
I've made 82 videos this year. Okay. And I said I ain't gonna stop. I got a lot to teach people. That's part of my mission in life right now. I got a lot to teach people, and videos is one of the way to do it. If I can get paid to do it, that's nice too, along with the other things that I'm doing in my life.
Christy, did you delete some of your videos?
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay. I had went to your. I thought you had more videos than us, and I had went to your channel and said you had less than us. But I guess we produced 70 videos, including our lives this year.
I
But I
used
thought,
I used to post like once a week or something. So I
okay.
didn't have very many, but we got monetized after the first video. The first video got us monetized. So it kind of came fast and I wasn't posting a lot, but now people are commenting we don't post enough. And so I'm posting
What?
like
How's that possible? Y'all post every time I look up, y'all got a new video.
I'm posting
Hard
every other
work.
day now.
It's hard
I'm
work.
I don't
exhausted.
see how you do that. I don't
This is
see.
a whole nother production right here. The
It's a
Yeah.
trucking
whole,
business is one thing. This video stuff is a whole nother production.
Right.
I'm,
Right. Right.
I
I
got
can't do it.
5 videos in queue right now being edited. It's not it's not easy.
Yeah, we can't do that. We can't. We tried to do 2 to 3 videos a week, but it's impossible. With all, it's
A lot.
there's no way. There's no way I could do
At
it.
least an hour for me to edit. It takes at least an hour
Yeah,
because I have to go through and chop up all of it. Sometimes you have 2 hours worth of footage that has to be cut down into a storyline. And then you got to go back and watch the video to make sure it's flowing. And while you watching it, I'm adding the box truck couple here. I'm adding commercial for ELD, commercial for RTS. I'm adding
So
subscribe.
how much? Look. Let's just cut the checks. How much would you charge us to go ahead and just do that for us? Then you might as well just go ahead and eat
you
off
got the
me.
time.
You might, yeah. You might as well just eat off of
Text
me.
me,
Go.
boo. I got you. Text me.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about.
I paid good money for this editing
Hold on, though.
software.
I need them same. I need the trucking out the. I need little stuff sprinkling in. Subscribe here. I be watching your video. I'm like, man, wait a minute. How the hell she do that? I ain't figured that one out yet. Then you got the transition. I'm like, wait, how she do that? Where she got that? So I
I
need
wish
all
you could
that.
see my setup. I got
Uh,
it. I got stuff
uh,
I don't even use.
And,
okay.
and for a lot of the people out here, YouTube can be another avenue to get some extra money.
Right.
I don't know if y'all follow the lead attorney, but one of the things he said, he's a guy that just recently blew up on YouTube. He said, if you're at a certain age in life, you have a certain amount of experiences that you need to be sharing to these young people. So as I make these videos, that's one of my children first, but I think about these younger gentlemen out here killing each other with no recourse to do anything else in life or think they don't have anything else to do in life. Well, I mean, you were, let's say, drug dealing, you got a couple grand. Hey, get into this. This will save your life. You might not like working, but this will save your life, or any other multitude of things that I've done in my life that I can teach people. So if you're a certain age, get on YouTube and start telling your experiences, because if you don't get it from me, you don't get it from the people that you see on the screen, you might get it from somebody else and it might resonate and take you down a different path and change your life. So YouTube is definitely a way people should be going as well. I mean, it's hard work though. I ain't gonna lie, it's hard work.
Yeah, just because the box truck couple make it look so easy, y'all. Because I see y'all in the comments like, "Hey, we need more." Listen, I don't know how they. I'm gonna have to come to Georgia. I'm gonna have to come to Georgia, and I'm gonna have to pay for like a 20. No, 1 day ain't enough. I'm gonna have to pay for like a 2-3 day hip. Some type of hip program or something, where I can see how is they able to balance all this. Because y'all, I'm telling you, we got in the morning when we wake up. I'm waking up at 5 a.m. I'm dispatching everybody. Then as soon as I get done, y'all know the driver's blowing me up. Hey, I can't find the where they at? This so I'm dealing with that. Then right after that, I gotta call them because I'm like, hey, what? I see you stop. What's going on? Where are you at? What are you doing? So I'm having to do that. And then finally, when I'm able to sit down, it's time to go to bed. Yeah, it's time to go. It's time to go to bed because I gotta wake up early in the morning. So I be trying, y'all, but yeah, it's tough. It's tough. But I do want to give
You're
y'all
gonna
more.
have to hire a cameraman. That's what you're gonna have to do.
Yeah, or something. It's just we've gotten to, we got so busy. But I will say this: top of the year, we just dispatching and we dispatching only. We got the Mac right here. We got two MacBook Pro laptops, and we got another double screen that's coming with the Mac that's coming in the mail soon. So we do have our dispatching services set up. At the top of the year in January, we plan to have 0 trucks. We plan to dispatch for 3 to 4 months at least to help y'all get on the grind. We charging either $500 deposit every Sunday before Monday when I gotta book y'all. $500 deposit, or 10%, whichever is greater. And that's our plan for the beginning of the year for the first 3 to 4 months. And then during that time, also, we're going to be preparing staff and, just preparing for the season with, after a month, we would have just completed. So that's the plan for January through March-ish, April-ish. So if you guys need dispatching services, please email me. Please click the description in our description box in our videos, any of our videos. And I will be honest with y'all. We do have a lot of inquiries, and we do have a lot of people who have already submitted their deposits. So I'm gonna be real. The best way to get in touch with me for what y'all want is to simply just cash at me. Put y'all email in the cash app or the subject of what y'all want in the cash app, and then we'll be able to lock y'all in. We only want 10 to 15 people. Depending, this is with it just being me and her with the tools that we have. We only want about 10 to 15 people starting off. Depending on how much staff we're able to hire at the beginning of next year, we'll get more. But slots is filling up quick. So if y'all want that, then like I said, y'all can email me. Serious inquiries who cash ready, don't have a problem with capital. All you gotta do is send cash app to $ B as in boy, Y as in Yankee, L as in Lima, U as in umbrella, G as in go,
Man, you must
Lima,
type that in
Lima.
the chat.
Yeah, Lima Central, put it in there, babe. So that's $ Bylug LLC, BYLUG LLC. Send 500 for your deposit. Put in the email, or I'm sorry, put in the info slide your email, and then I'll reach out and I'll know what's going on. So I appreciate y'all, and yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and grab the camera. We are out of here. Anything you want to say to that?
No, thank y'all for tuning in. We appreciate everybody. Subscribe to all of our channels if y'all haven't. And y'all have a good night.
Have a
All
good
right,
night.
we out, Box Truck Couple. We out,
All right,
WJ.
y'all.
Y'all out.
I'm getting ready to go too. Thanks for joining, Maggie.
Thank you guys
Thank
for
you all.
everything.
All right.
Absolutely. Thanks, Maggie.
Enjoy the live, WJ.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right.
Until next time, y'all. All right, we all out.
So my final words are, number one, I appreciate everybody for coming through, all the heavy hitters we have that came through. But my final words would be, we got another month left of this year, another month and some weeks. What are you going to do? You're going to take the chance, you're going to hit it hard, or you're going to sit back and watch everybody else get this money. Don't be afraid. There's more than enough money out here for all of us to get. Start 2020 hard. Start it as hard as you can. There's nothing to be afraid of. And failure is a learning experience if you do happen to fail. Don't look at it as a scary thing. So, yeah, that's the way I see it anyway. So make sure you guys like and subscribe. Make sure you like, definitely. And share this video with somebody who needs to see it, because that's what we're all about here. And I will talk to you guys in the next video. Peace.